Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Rooster. These are my friends, and we're playing a game called D&D.
Yay!
Which camera is it? That's that one, okay.
Yeah, you're right here.
No, it's that one.
I was just looking straight ahead. There's no camera there.
So if you guys watched last episode, you guys know that we're starting to upgrade our little play area a little bit.
Why no, we are not playing outside in front of a viney wall.
We now got green screens, we got a better camera setup, we got more lights. So hopefully everything comes out a little bit more clearer. First off, announcements. We are 8 followers away from getting Nate into that lumberjack costume.
Woo!
Let's try to do it before it starts getting colder.
Working on it.
Come on, do it for Halloween.
Yeah, do it for Halloween.
Working on it now. Posting in every Discord I know.
Sorry, this one.
Just disappear.
Oh, nice.
What other announcements do we have? If you guys... I'm sorry, guys. I haven't been feeling well all day, so my head's kind of scattered. First off,
is his.
if you guys would like to please join our Discord, you can find our link to that as well as to our Facebook, TikTok, and other social medias in our About page. Go ahead and follow us. We've actually been pretty active on there lately, talking to everybody, and you guys can talk to us, talk to the people that are there, and talk to some of the guests that may be coming up. So, yeah, go ahead and give us a follow. Also, so I actually got messaged the other day by some dude on my Amino page, and he was talking to me about him wanting to be a DM, and he actually watched one of our streams.
What?
So, yeah. So, but there was a little issue. So first off, I'd like to clarify, just because my friends are over here making fun of me about being a DM doesn't mean that everybody's going to. We do this out of good fun. Like, I can take it, and I actually encourage the jokes at me.
Who are you?
So don't make that feel like, or you don't have to feel like everybody's going to make fun of you. Yeah, don't let it discourage you.
No, this is a
Most people aren't going to attack you. We're just assholes.
yeah. This is a pretty tight knit group of people. We may do it off camera, but everybody here gets shit from everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody here.
Walking
Shut up, Megan.
Put you back in the basement.
I've been getting called captain since I got here, so don't worry about it.
So please don't let that stop you from being a
I didn't say
DM.
it
It's
might.
actually very fun and fulfilling.
But they're right.
Permission to
and
comment
if you
on
find
your
the right
dress in the
players like I
Halloween.
did, it's
I was just
pretty
about to
amazing
say, can you,
storytelling.
no lie. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
We're still over here talking shit.
Guys,
I understand, and I'm
Told
pretty
you,
sure.
Sorry.
They said they were gonna hop on today, so if they do, I hope you guys see this. If not, please check out the YouTube video where this section is gonna actually be in it.
Hello, random stranger.
All those gold buttons makes you look like a Build-A-Bear.
Really? That like which Build-A-Bear?
Gold
Here.
button bear.
Gold button bear? I'll take it.
Wait, what? I thought that was the whole point of building a bear. They ain't like defined ones already.
Well, I know that's the
You made
defined
that.
one that I just made up
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
I was like, what the fuck?
Okay. Does anybody else have any announcements? We don't have any days off coming up, do we?
Not as far as I know.
Unless. Are you taking
Megan
trick or
might.
treating?
No, I'm just
What?
kidding.
Are you taking trick or treating?
Saturday.
Oh yeah, it does fall on
Halloween is.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Is it- is it
Halloween
Dude,
is
that's
No,
Sunday.
it's on Sunday. That's for
Halloween
That's
Colleen.
for Colleen.
Colleen's
Harker
doing
Heights is
that.
still.
Hard Rides
Sunday?
is,
Yeah, Harker Heights is
Okay.
still Sunday.
Because
Okay.
like I wish they would say like if we're saying.
I mean, Colleen, the other place ain't barring that shit
Yeah.
either. They're about to do that shit on
Nope,
that.
too late.
Well,
Keep
Go
this
ahead and
part
join
off
us on
YouTube.
Halloween.
No, keep this part off YouTube. Like,
So, for those of you that plan on joining some of us, I'm sure that a couple of these people will make a delightful lampshade.
for me, it's not
You know,
that. I'm not
I don't
tripping.
like how
It's
you
really
look
just
at me when you
privacy.
say that shit.
I also looked at Matt and Megan.
Did you?
I feel like the only one who wouldn't make good lampshades are me, Nate, and Will. Will, because there's not enough fabric, and me and Nate because it's poor quality.
Yeah. I don't take care of this.
I wake up like this. This shit just happens.
All right, if there's nothing else, we can jump right into
Appreciate
the recap. Last we
I
left
guess
off,
that
our
nice
party had
They
made
take
their
care
way
of
into the
yourself,
Yaga Swamp, and there they had met the Yaga Coven, a clan familiar with William's parents. There, William found out a few secrets. Ember talked to a tree. And our tourist was out there smashing his way through...
Literally.
Through the
Serial
fertile
banging my
fields.
way through this village.
Sorry.
Upon the next morning, William, Ember, and Reno had actually talked to Baba Yaga about the trials to join the coven, which William has chosen to undertake. And upon getting some information about what the trials entail, they set out to go complete the first task, which is collecting sunlight. And while they were out, Ember and Reno had a few hallucinations about people from their past. And they also discovered that there were things falling from the trees. Curious, Reno and William ended up investigating, and there they found a rock heading straight for them. And that is where we're going to be beginning this session. William, you took some damage
Yes.
as a rock swooped in, clawed at your shoulder, and flew back up. And now it's just looking at you, screeching.
There's another rock falling.
Another couple fell.
So the rock
It's
was
so
carrying a
immersive.
mouse.
Just a little detail on the surroundings, William. You're up on top of the canopy. You can actually see the tops of all the trees, and on there are stones that seem to be growing from roots that dig themselves into the tree line. As you were just about to go pick one, the rock swooped in. Give me, what's your passive perception?
My passive is 15.
15? Alright. So as it swooped by to claw at you, you got a faint glimpse of something wrapped around its leg. And as it swooped by, it was like, help! And then took back off into the sky. It's looking at you. Reno, you were up in the tree line as well?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So,
How far away is it from me? Because it's still it's flying.
yeah, it's about 40 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of duck down below the canopy.
Okay. Duck down, Reno, you doing the same thing? Okay, you
I
guys
don't know,
duck-
big lads were hanging on by us, a big bird.
Yeah, you guys are hanging there, and you guys can still hear the wings flapping of the frog.
Actually, I know how to lie, that's strawberry.
Okay. So, what is your next move?
I think there's something attached to it.
It's strawberry.
I don't know what, but
I'll put make it
Something
coat because
yells?
apparently
I
you
think
want me.
you
Not
know, hit me.
I thought that was a
Very
bird.
forgetful.
You mean the one that said help?
Yeah,
That wasn't the bird?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Just for clarification, the Brock is a Tengu-like demon without all the feathers.
Oh, no,
It
that's
has-
fine.
Okay, it has wings, arms,
The
legs.
thing is, I've never seen this. I don't know if it speaks common. You know, could have been speaking common.
Fair enough.
Ember, we have a slight problem up here.
It's not slight.
Yeah, it's actually quite large.
You can see the gash mark on William's shoulder where blood seems to be dripping off.
What the heck is happening?
Bad things.
This is why you guys shouldn't leave the druid down here.
You could have climbed.
There's a giant bird that speaks common up here.
Does it?
Maybe.
Remember, through all this commotion, while you're looking up, on some of the trees you begin to see things moving.
Oh.
Something very small. But it doesn't seem to be going to you or any of your other companions. They just seem to be climbing up the tree. They're about maybe 20 feet away from you, but even from that distance, they look small and obscure.
Like how small? Like a squirrel?
Hmm?
Like a squirrel?
Yeah, essentially.
Hey, there's also little things climbing up towards you guys. They don't look vicious. I could be wrong. I don't know what they are.
Do I see any of these?
Give me a perception check.
Do I see these
They're
small
both pretty
things that
right
now,
may
so-
or may not be vicious?
Perception.
Let's try this.
15.
15?
I like this new one. You said perception, that's a 25.
25?
Damn.
Alright, so
Good way to start.
as Ember gives you guys notice of what's going on, you guys look around at some of the trees, and on the... I cannot speak today.
You can do it.
On the trees, you guys can see these humanoid creatures climbing up. They got wings, but it seems like the reason why they're climbing is they don't have enough energy to use their wings. But they're kind of speedy little fuckers when they're climbing.
Well, doesn't this just seem counterproductive?
I don't know what these... Do I know what these are?
Give me a nature check.
So are you guys gonna climb down, or you want me to go up there?
I don't know yet.
Well, there's two of us and one of you.
16.
16. You've heard stories about these little folks. They're sprites, spriggans. They're akin to pixies. Small, fey creatures that tend to dwell in the fey wilds and heavily forested areas.
Are they sprites or spriggans?
They're sprites. So they're heading up. What are you guys doing?
I don't know about you. I don't want to fight it up here if we have to fight it. So I'm going to start making my way down.
Okay.
Yeah, this is territory. So, how high up are we again? You said 60 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. We all start heading down. I still got my arms out, so, you know, like about 3 movements and I'm down there.
Yeah. So he just appears next to me.
Yep, pretty much.
No.
William's still climbing down, and then as you guys are staring at these little creatures that are in the trees, they disappear in the top of the canopy. You guys begin to hear the rock screeching again, and then silence. And then, from the canopy, you see the body of the rock drop all the way to the ground, landing into the marshes of the swamp, sinking itself into the water. And as it does, you guys notice that it is pierced with tiny little sticks or arrows.
So this is a problem.
That's what you guys said was talking?
Yeah, I'm going to go... Because something was talking on it. I don't know if it was it or something else. But yeah, no, I'm going to go try to figure out what's going on there.
As you're going over there, you notice that there is something that seems to be waiting in the shallow parts of this little pond. And it is a little sprite. As he's sitting there, you see he's trying to catch his breath. He looks over at you. Why didn't you help me?
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't honestly see you. I just heard a help.
And that's not cause for concern.
It was cause for concern, but I can't. I don't fly.
And then he looks you up and down. Got some axes.
You have a point. I didn't think about that.
As you guys are talking, he's making his way out of the sludge and trying to get as much of the mud off of him.
Okay, well let's start, let's talk about at what point does self-responsibility become a factor in this equation? What were you doing up there in the first place?
Trying to kill the rock.
Well, you fucked up.
Then he looks into the pond where the rock's body is slowly sinking to the bottom. I think I won.
I don't think that was you.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Thank you. You seem to be very polite.
Do you need some help out of that?
No, I got it. He's like, every time he puts his feet in, he sinks in like another inch and then pulls himself out.
Hold my hand out.
Sees your hand and will, like, without making eye contact, he grabs your finger.
Just kind of pick him up, put him on some drier ground.
So now he's starting to shake himself off like he's a dog, just getting all the mud out. Some of it splatters onto your boot. At this point, what looks different about him is that his wings seem to be glowing with this opalescent color that outlines the wings itself. And then you see the wings move and shake as they dust off all the rest of the mud. Well, what are you people doing here?
Catching sunlight.
Yes, we're attempting to collect sunlight.
Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming you were trying to get the sunstones.
Yes.
Exactly.
Is that what you were doing when you got caught?
No, I was actually hunting that thing.
Oh.
But
Okay.
we do collect from time to time.
How does that work?
How did you think it was gonna work?
Well, there was the ones that were dropping that, they were glowing up there and then they weren't down here. So I took one of those up there, thinking maybe they put it in the sunlight, it would start to glow again. That didn't work. So then we tried, taking one of the newer ones and took that off and then it stopped glowing. not long after. So I'm honestly a bit at a loss right now. By the way, my name is William. Sorry.
Nice to
Don't mean
meet
be
you,
rude.
William.
Ember.
Ember.
Reno.
Nice to meet you. My name is Guildfrey.
Guildfrey.
Yes, I am part of the sprites that live around here. And my people should be coming from the tree line. And then as he says that, you guys begin to see this glowing opalescent mass of shadow and light as it comes through and lands on some of the trees. Then you see one come over next to Godfrey and kind of land right next to him. Doesn't say a word, just grunts. Godfrey looks at him. Why, yes, they are quite tall.
Godfrey or Guildfrey?
Guildfrey, sorry. There's another character on here.
We met him last time.
Yeah.
So I'm taking it that we are going about trying to collect these all wrong.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. First off, you're starting at the wrong end.
What end do you start at?
The roots.
The roots?
And then he points over at one of the trees, and if you guys remember correctly last time, there were glowing roots that seemed to come from the top of the canopy into the tree line. Sunstone roots. You gotta peel those off first. Can't just pluck it from the sprout.
Oh. Question, are these trees or are they treants?
These?
Mhm.
No telling. Some of them move, some of them don't. We can never tell. The forest is always changing.
Yeah, they're not very talkative either.
Then you see his friend. Godfrey's like, yes, they are confusing. Not you, the trees.
Oh, okay. I agree. You messing with stuff, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Kicking the cameras around.
But I'm not allowed to
It's
perfectly
earthquake.
adjust the angle.
So, I'm assuming you're trying to join the Yaga Coven, correct?
That would be correct, yes.
Alright.
They're helping me.
Ah. Nice. It's been a while since we had someone join.
Are you part of it?
Are you part of the coven?
Well, we as in the collective community, we're not part of the Coven, we just help out from time to time.
So they're on good terms with them.
So, let's hope you get that sunlight, shall we?
That would be very much appreciated.
And then you see him look over to his friends, and you see all of them move in unison like a well-oiled machine as they... And you see them scatter across the top. You see some of them duck back down, and now they're flying instead of climbing. Their wings are glowing just like Godfrey's. And they're going over to the trees, and you see one of them kind of gently grab the root, pulls it real slow till he gets enough slack to where... And as he does so, you see this light vein kind of ripple all the way up to the top. And then you hear another whistle as another stone is falling, this time attached to the root. And as it falls, you notice that the pixie that was holding the end of that, the light begins to fade slowly. So there's about maybe 40 feet of light left. You see the pixie make his way all the way down towards you, and is holding out the end of the root.
Thank you.
So how long until the light fades?
We don't know. It varies.
Oh.
Just keep an eye on the route. You guys should be able to make it back to Yaga's in about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, I was about to say, if this is dire, just hand it to me. I'll be there. Lickety split, dog.
All right. Also, are you guys friends with that other big person that's just wandering around here?
No, please
They have
describe
faces.
this.
Oh no, they went on.
She's kind of been inhaling some of the spores from the mushrooms that cause hallucinations.
Like-
Intentionally?
Yeah.
No, I'm assuming she wandered in here
Hmm.
and didn't understand what was happening.
Okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, she's just a little bit away, maybe about a 5-minute walk from here. We put her up against a nice tree surrounded by rocks and covered with a bunch of leaves.
Hmm.
She's easy to find. We just put the leaves over her just in case, the bugs.
They just left this bitch for dead.
So,
Okay.
I mean, if you don't know her, we can just go over there and kill her right now.
Yeah, we can go check on her.
Okay.
Fine.
And he points you into the into the western direction of where you guys are standing. He's right over there. By the way, if you guys need help on the darkness thing, so in some of the ponds here, if you go all the way to the bottom, to the very deep, you'll find some mer people there. And they have what's called a bottle of darkness.
What?
Yeah.
There's more people?
Yeah.
Are they friendly?
No.
Oh. There's also, there's something running around the forest called a slod. So,
Oh, we've been keeping an eye on that one. He's
Okay.
nowhere in this area.
do you know what he looks like right now?
A human wearing some kind of emblem on his shoulder.
Okay.
Ragged clothes. From his clothes, he looks like he was beaten up pretty badly, but from the way he was moving, he seemed pretty healthy.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
be careful.
Yes.
Don't want that thing popping out of your belly.
No, we don't.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
No problem. And Godfrey looks over at his people, whistles again, and everybody flies over to the top of the canopy.
It was nice to meet you all.
Thank you.
As Godfrey's leaving, he's like, "Nice to meet you all too. Hope you don't die."
Bye-bye.
His friend that was next to him is... Then they all take off. So you guys are left alone in the swamp with this rope of light that seems to be fading.
Those are one of the most interesting things that might have ever happened to me.
I've never seen them before. It's pretty cool.
I've heard of them, never seen them.
I mean, that whole ordeal. We're sitting here trying to, just think about it. We're sitting here, we're trying to collect sunlight. We sound stupid already. You know
We
what I'm
do.
saying? Let's start there. And then, these little, 2-foot spriggans?
Not
Sprites.
even.
Sprites.
Sprites? That's what they said.
With glowing wings. Pretty cool. And then mer people, did you hear that? I mean, obviously we don't want to take a swim.
Why won't we take a swim?
There's mer people at the bottom of the
That are
pond.
not friendly.
Kick their ass. I'll punch them underwater.
Have you tried punching underwater?
Right.
It's kind of
Absolutely.
difficult.
Have you ever tried punching with a spectral fist?
No.
I have not.
I've never done that underwater either, but I
I
I'm
can't.
curious to learn. It better be something.
Well, the last time you were curious, we ended up here, so let's just rein it in for a
And look
second.
at all of this, we're collecting
I was
sunlight.
about to say, this hasn't actually turned out nearly as terribly as I
That
thought
is
it was
true.
going to.
It's true, I'm just a little worried about the slot. But let's go find this lady they said they have hiding under some leaves.
Oh,
We're gonna
yeah.
kill her.
As you guys are about to head back, you guys see Arturus trudging through the mud. Arturus?
It was like you finally stopped drumming.
Yes. There is only so much you can do in that village, but when you are a master of the 70 things to do for a woman, it speeds things up. You play her a lovely song and 69.
That was a
Well, last we saw you had 2 with you.
So sometimes you have to count backwards.
Okay.
So,
I'm sure I understand that. No, but
what the hell are we doing out here?
Collecting sunlight. As I hold up a shiny rope.
you met a sprite.
It's just as strange as it sounds.
Fair enough.
No.
I
Met
mean,
some
we've
sprites.
seen weirder, but
Well, I don't know. We just met a very large. Would you call it a flock of sprites?
I mean, they fly.
I call a group a sparkle.
A caboose of sprites.
I call a group a sparkle.
No,
we,
they're way
we met a
too-
sparkle of sprites, and they killed the rock.
Mm.
Okay.
It's over there, slowly sinking into the mud.
Nobody was going to harvest nothing from it.
No.
Okay.
There's more people in there.
In the mud?
In the water.
It's in the water.
That's not mud at all. It's clear like water. You are a liar. Are they merfolk or?
They said it was
They
merfolk
said
and
it-
they're very unfriendly.
Yes. But we are probably going to have to talk to them at some point. They did also tell us about some other random person who they found who is apparently accidentally high on mushrooms.
Oh, I've had that happen before.
So we figured we'd go help her out.
Or at least go, check it out.
Yeah, check her out.
I'm game.
Might be entertaining. Let's go.
There's also a slot in the woods.
The
apparently coming
the
after us.
bullseye. Remember that
Like,
we.
like the frog people sluts.
Yes.
don't know about that, but do you know that guy who came out of the forest who we then politely asked quite a few questions?
Yes, he was very uncooperative.
Very,
Exactly.
very politely.
Yes, apparently that was not actually a man. It was a slod.
So basically, her overindulgence on being polite to people let this
It is
hideous
pos-
monster escape.
Who healed him?
And
I mean, so we could interrogate him. I didn't heal him for that much.
but yes, he's most likely trying to track us now.
Maybe it's to say thank you.
Possibly, but I really doubt it.
So, he's a shapeshifter then.
Yes, but apparently how it shifts shape. Well, I
It's
don't
like
know.
a parasite.
I don't know if this one can change shapes again, but
Yeah.
apparently he can infect you by hitting you or things like that, and then you grow one inside of you and it
Or
bursts out
sorry,
of
your
your
stomach.
stomach, and it looks like you afterwards.
You die.
Like they always look like me? How the
They-
hell
they-
would you know that?
They look like whoever they burst out of.
Oh,
We just know what we heard.
that was very ambiguously worded. I thought every one of them looked like me.
I mean, you are quite handsome.
It's true. So should we go check on this person they
Check
talked
on the
about?
person.
Unless we want to stand here continuing on about how handsome I am. I would be down for that as well.
We should probably go check on this person, and then I'm thinking, because I was originally thinking that maybe we would just do all three of these at once.
So
I
you-
think we have a time limit here that I'm going to have to go take this back, and then we can go to the other stuff.
Okay, well also I need you to remember I have no idea what you are doing.
Yes, I am attempting to join this
We're
covenant.
walking as this is happening, by the way.
Yes,
Heading
towards
her.
the unconscious, unknown person.
Okay.
Possibly unconscious, maybe just high out there.
What if they're another slug?
Then I guess we'll kill this one.
Well, this one's supposed to be tied up to a tree, so
So
They
Okay.
didn't say it was a slot.
We have-
The
Huh?
sprites were pretty.
I think they said put her up against a tree or something.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
they
think
said
they-
they like leaned her against the tree.
Tied her up against the tree. Maybe, I don't know.
We mentioned slots to them, and they said that the guy with the bullseye mark is in here. He did not say that the person that they put against the tree was one.
Oh well, I mean, did they check?
I don't know how you check, actually.
Yeah, well, they knew who the bullseye guy was.
This is true, they did know that. They seemed on the up and up.
Are we almost there?
Yeah.
Do we see a pile of rocks and leaves, vaguely
So-
human-shaped?
As you guys are walking, you guys do notice this large pile of stones and leaves that are kind of leaned up against a tree. And you see an arm kind of sticking out from one of the leaves, just sitting there, and you see the hand moving.
They are high as fuck.
It's moving like that? Damn.
I've been there before.
I'll take my staff and I'll just kind of poke her.
Alright.
Is she asleep?
No.
Is she conscious?
Is she like
Um,
moving?
from what you can see, her hand is just moving. Do you move the leaves with your stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and as you move it, she's dazed and confused, and she's smiling, and her hand is just flopping. A little bit of drool coming down this side.
Does she have
Her eyes are super, super dilated.
be a lot cooler if
She
she
is
did.
fucked up. This is worse than the happy leaves.
She is high as fuck.
This is the funniest thing.
Just like wave a hand in front of her face. Hello?
I wouldn't do that too fast, you might make us sick.
That's true.
Before we start, Megan, tell us what your character looks like.
Alright, my new character is a human fighter. She has long red auburn hair. She's pretty much dressed in not instead of armor, leather armor, but not really any fancy clothes. She has a few things on her. Mostly the one thing she's holding tight to right now is her flask, which is halfway drink, and she's kind of a little this not feeling so great.
All right. So, Ember, if you would like to go ahead and interact. At this point, with the leaves covering your face, the sensation that the spores were giving you is kind of slowly coming down. You're more coherent when it comes to thought. Like, you can understand what's going on around you. It's your body that's a little, little loopy. Yeah. kind of jelly-like. So, Ember, you're waving at her.
Look at her, she's coming down. She's up.
So we need to find out who this person is and what they know, correct?
Yep.
I got just the thing for that. So I'm going to reach forward and put my finger in the center of her forehead and say Veritas and use Zone of Truth.
Okay. So
you need to
whenever
make a charisma saving throw.
Is this anyone in the zone?
Oh yeah, that actually I need all of you to make a charisma
How big
saving
is
throw.
this down?
10-foot radial, starting on her forehead.
Charisma saving throw.
No, I'm not very good at those.
I'm definitely not
Oh.
very good at this.
I got fuck, so I'm really bad.
15.
You fail.
4.
You fail.
What'd you get, Ember?
I got a 1.
You fail.
You got 19.
You
She's
pass.
definitely
You can still
telling the
lie.
truth.
But
said you can still lie.
I know it hasn't affected you.
Do we know that this is affecting us?
Nope. You are unaware of the spell's presence. You just saw me poke her in the forehead and say Veritas.
What are you doing?
She can't lie now.
Oh.
It's useful.
She's out of it though.
It doesn't matter. She can still talk. Hey, can you talk?
Can't she?
You
Just...
See? It talks.
Yes, I recognize those words.
Why are you all talking so loudly?
Mostly to get your attention.
You got some drool right there.
Why are all 8 of you just standing around looking over me?
Oh god, it's an idiot that doesn't know how to count. Are you human?
Yes.
He's actually human.
What's your name?
Raina Evanir.
How many fingers am I holding up?
I think 7. Maybe 8.
It's true, it really is an idiot.
I think you might be right.
Rena, what are you doing here?
Just going to the next stop
Oh,
till
I'm
I
sorry.
find what I want to do.
So yes, the 3 of you do realize that it's affecting you as well.
Okay.
You can feel the pressure of the spell, that's why you can avoid questions because you can't speak a deliberate lie.
What's the matter? Sound blue on my shoulder. You still lie.
So you're just heading to your next travel destination?
Wherever that may be.
I was just about to ask where you were going, but that answers that question.
What the hell are you doing here?
Honestly, I just wanted to get away from all
The demons?
The skeletons?
The astral rifts?
The zombies?
What the fuck did y'all come from?
The coolie fish?
What's
Oh,
been
by the way,
The
you
red
weren't with
moss?
us the other day. You weren't with us because you were off with other people doing unspeakable things.
Yes. We will
Um,
not speak of them.
Baba Yaga said that they're going to start referring to them as coolie fish because they had never really given them a name either. So, good job.
Yeah, courtesy you.
I feel like I should stamp this animal with a trademark symbol so everyone will know.
I would
If you
say
wanna touch
maybe
it.
do that, but I was about to say, I remember when he just poked it and almost died.
Yes, but that was like 3 weeks ago. I think we've gotten stronger since then.
I don't think so.
Was it 3 weeks ago? Damn, I feel damn near like 6 months ago now.
Y'all
We've gone
seem
through a
to
lot.
be doing a lot lately.
Yes.
How long have you been here?
4 days? 5?
I don't believe
How the
it.
hell are you not dead of starvation and thirst?
I had a campsite somewhere. I don't know where it is. I went to go... I don't know what I was doing.
So, what we were told
Uh-huh.
is that by some very lovely little sprites, that you apparently wandered into an area of the swamp that was full of mushrooms.
So
that,
he's still got that thing for fake creatures, eh?
Oh boy.
You could seduce the merfolk.
I don't think that's going to work, but back to what I was saying. Don't pay attention to
It
him.
works on other elves.
Apparently, you wandered into an area of the swamp that has some mushrooms that like to produce spores that make you a little out of it.
I probably was gathering what I could find maybe when I go into town to try to sell something, I think. I was planning on hitting the next tavern.
So, what do you do?
Oh, I'm a fighter, and I also perform my fighting skills. Sword dancing.
Oh.
So what are you, like a gladiator, or do you have a job?
Well,
We're all
that's a long
You said you
story.
perform
yeah,
too?
we
Yeah.
She said sword
Like
dance.
sword dancing?
we all
Yeah,
we
sword
all
dancing.
fight. Every one of us is a fighter. What do you do for a job?
Like, where I'm from, they refer to that as like, what do they call them? I believe strippers?
Oh.
We call them ballerinas.
Mm.
No.
Sometimes acrobats.
No.
I've never seen any of this that you're talking about.
They're out there, but
okay.
but
That's not what you
they,
do.
no.
Okay.
No. I used to be in a caravan, but that was back home. It's
Where's
been a
home?
long time
So
since I've been
aren't we
home.
supposed to get your sunlight back to the camp before it goes
Yes.
out?
How
As
how
lovely
much-
as this conversation
It
is,
looks about just a little bit less than a quarter has been.
Okay, so I still have 3
So-
quarters.
Mhm.
she's still bound, or was she bound at all?
Not
I
bound
think
at
they're
all.
just, yeah,
So
they're
with
just
her still being a little woozy out of her head, it would be really easy to tie her up and dangle her over the leg to use as merfolk bait.
It would be.
Why? Why would we do that?
Because we don't know this person and he needs darkness, nighttime,
Do you?
bottle of
you have to
nighttime.
get Darkness, yes.
I see, I'm just a fan of like unique ideas, you know what I'm saying?
That is pretty unique. We could go fishing, but with like
I
purple.
mean, don't you want to see her sword dance first?
Not particularly.
No, I don't want to pay anybody.
I worked in a great circus of wonders. What do I care about blade dancing?
I've never seen a sword dancer before. It sounds really cool.
We'll worry about that night time.
Can you
I'm ready.
stand?
I didn't say we'll actually feed her. I just said we'll dangle. Well, he said we'll dangle, and that's
You are building a very weird relationship with our merfolk bait.
What do you mean?
He's gonna stand out more though.
Yeah, but we like him.
Raina, can you stand?
yeah. I was about to say you're already like
I don't know. I'm gonna try to stand.
All right. So you stand up. You feel a little bit woozy. For the most part, you're okay.
Is it still from the spores or from drinking last night?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I thought you said in a zone of truth that you've been here for almost a week. Were you drinking out in the middle of lost in the woods while high on mushrooms?
When else is a better time to drink?
Almost any other time.
She
she
has
saw
a
hallucination.
campsite.
Like-
she
like
saw
all-
hallucination. She's like, I must be thirsty.
Like almost any other time.
Says, well, you know, the purple elephants don't usually come around this much.
But they are.
Here's to
On
you.
fire tonight.
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna have to go back to that tavern and refill on that because it was awesome.
Well, well, good luck with that.
What tavern did you happen to get that from?
That's
Like, do you know what town you came from?
I tavern hop a lot.
Do you know
She's
what?
been huffing mushrooms and drinking swamp water.
You know, I have a feeling this isn't just the high from the mushrooms. I think this might just be her.
Do you remember the last town that you were in? Like, what was the name of the town that you were in last?
So could you just like put her over your shoulder and
I
we
mean,
make the way
probably,
back
yes.
to the conclave? Because you're
I
still supposed to turn
How
that
tall
in.
is she?
Walk. I start walking.
How tall are you?
I am 5'6".
5'6".
I carried you.
It's true. You did.
Damn.
I'm 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Something else.
So you guys make your way back over to the Yaka Cut. As you guys are walking, you guys notice how slowly this light begins to fade. And as soon as it hits maybe the 3/4 mark, you guys make it to the hedge leading into the campsite. And there, Raina, you see them begin to push themselves into this thrush.
What are y'all doing?
Just, you can either stay out here or follow us. It's whichever your decision. I'm not going to make you do anything.
But you're
Come.
carrying me.
Okay, you heard her.
All right.
Throw her over
I
the
didn't
hedge.
think I was, but apparently I am.
You
I
heard
thought
her.
you said
I
you
thought you
were.
said
Yeah,
you
you-
carried.
Yeah.
She
also
was like, I
just
can
said,
walk.
I'm walking.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I thought she was being carried.
So, what am I doing? Am I carrying you or am I not?
You're not.
All right.
We'll say you're not.
So, yes, you can either follow us in here. Just watch out for the thorns. They like to hit you in the eye.
I start going, but I'm obviously gonna trip.
Okay, so start walking in. Begin to push, and then pushing a little too hard as you start falling into it, but it's a little slow. You're able to catch your footing, and you're pushing your way through. Everybody else is doing the same thing. And as you come out, you are met with this large village with various types of people, a fireplace in the middle, huts lining the entire vicinity, and it looks like some of them are celebrating, just having fun next to the fire, dancing, playing music. Arcturus, it's the same. This is the same scene you saw last night, as well as right before you left.
think
Of course, I guess I should have asked, is there going to be any awkward next day things that we need to avoid around here?
I mean, it's never awkward for me.
Alright.
think I dipped the guy for his drink. I got the expensive shit.
You don't say that. As soon as you walk in,
Oh.
you feel this presence of magic over you,
Oh.
as this dizziness immediately
Oh, okay.
washes away.
Haha, you're not drunk anymore.
Fuck, man.
And all of your elven STDs are cured.
It's the second time I've been extra clean.
No more witch warts for you. Porter hole. Hepatitis Z.
Just immediately just like
Or the other, gonorrhea.
I'm gonna guess drinking's not gonna help either.
Genital herpes.
Alright, so you got 2 Baba Yaga.
Yes, I'm gonna look for Baba Yaga.
Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to change the music real quick. Okay. So, as you're looking around, you notice Baba Yaga, her tiny child form sitting in this large rocking chair. As she's leaned back, her staff set off to the side, and she's just rocked. She's watching over some of the kids that are playing. And she sees you. Ah, William, you're back. And you see her struggle to get down. She kind of turns her body in the chair, tests out the ground with her feet, and then slowly gets off. Now she's making her way over to you with her staff in hand. Now, I told you to retrieve sunlight. You brought a person.
No, I have the sunlight too.
Excellent.
I'm totally full of sunshine.
We brought her for the blood sacrifice. She will taste delicious.
Baba Yaga looks at you. I agree. Get the pots ready.
Okay.
You heard her.
And then she grabs you by the arm. She begins to lead you over to the divine pool. But before she completely leaves, she turns over to Ember. Don't let him do the pot thing. I was joking.
I'm gonna bring like a medium-sized one back.
Alright. So, William, she's leading you over to the divine pond.
If we chop her up small enough, she'll fit into these.
I'm
Now,
not chopping anyone up.
don't go in there. Put the sunlight in.
The whole thing or just the rock?
The whole thing.
Whole thing. Alright. Get a little bit closer and then just kind of...
Okay, and as you do so,
I'll do...
okay, and as the item you just dropped in begins to dissipate within the water, become mercurial, begins to blend in, and the pond begins to glow a brilliant yellow glow. And then the glow recedes back in. And you feel this burning sensation on your forearm as these markings begin to appear. It is 1 line, 2, 3, 4 lines, and a circle. And it's pitch black.
He's got his cookie shot.
That symbolizes your completion of the first challenge.
Oh, I didn't know I was getting tattoos out of this.
It fades after the completion of the ceremony.
Getting
Well, I
ripped.
mean, I kind of like this.
Tattoos
We-
shouldn't disappear. You should
We have
totally get a
some
return.
tattoo artists here, if you would like.
That's not true. I tattoo
Really?
people.
Yes.
Yeah. You already got tattoo artists.
I don't think you're with.
I
but
was gonna say, wouldn't they have to shave you first?
So?
And then, as soon as the hair grows back, not be able to see it?
So? People get tattoos on their head all the time.
He'd still know it's there.
now you have to complete the next 2 challenges.
Yes.
Again, you have no time limit. You can
Understood.
take an hour or a lifetime. But
Preferably not the second, but we're gonna see if we can speedrun this bitch.
excellent choice. So you may go ahead and join your party. I will be off on some other business. I have a friend I'd have to.
Thank you.
So you begin heading off in your direction. Baba Yaga heads off to her hut, and you end up with your group.
Nice tattoo.
Thanks. I didn't know I was getting it. It's kind of nice though.
Does it do anything, or?
I have no idea.
So, now that we drop off the sunlight, what are we doing with this one? They won't let me,
Tavern.
they won't let me eat her.
There is no tavern. We're in a swamp.
What kind of village is this?
The kind in a swamp.
I don't know what you. Yeah, just didn't hear about. We're in a swamp. But yes.
Not to mention, you see what we just had to walk through
A
to
hedge.
get into the village?
It was a hedge that led into this swamp village.
I don't think they're getting anything imported here.
If only we knew someone who knew plant craft and everything, who could ferment some of the fruit they have here. I wish we knew someone like that.
Alright, so what's the next thing we have to do?
I guess the one that we at least have some semblance of an idea on how to get is the darkness.
What's the third thing?
Breath of the swamp.
What the hell does that mean?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Is it like swamp fog or some shit?
I have literally no idea. They said that as we were out there, it would become more apparent. Kind of like the sun thing.
Would I know what that would be because I was out there for a while? Or guess no? Okay.
So at least we know where the darkness thing is.
Yes.
I mean, if we go back there, we can at least figure something out.
Does
Say
anyone
that-
know anything about mer people?
They live underwater.
Do like a history check or something?
Do I know anything about mer people?
If you guys want, you guys can do a history or a nature check. Your choice.
History or nature?
I'll do a nature check.
Don't let me down, boys. I will take it. And my history.
6.
My history in 22.
22,
20 nature for me.
20.
4, I know shit.
You two know that the term merfolk is not only reserved for the species merfolk. It encompasses all those intelligent sentient creatures that dwell underneath the ocean.
Well,
such
now I
as-
can ask what I wanted to ask. Are they mer people or are they marrow?
Neither. But that is something you will find out later.
But
Sounds
judging
obvious.
off what I know off nature, if they're fucking hostile and territorial like that, I assume they're marrow.
You can assume that.
Okay. So, the only feisty merfolk I can think of off the top of my head like that are marrow. They're like corrupted mer people. And I mean, we are in a swamp. Could be them.
Could be. Could be. Yes, they did say that they weren't very friendly.
Maybe them hallucinogenic pores are getting into the water. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
That would be pretty funny.
Bunch of merfolk.
Also,
dinner,
where
somewhere.
did we land on using her for fishing? Like, I need a general idea of where we...
I'm gonna say let's maybe not do that.
It says they dwell at the bottom of the pond. That's what you said, right? So I'm assuming they do not come to the surface?
Yes, they said that they dwelled at the bottom and that they had something called bottled darkness.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's about mid-afternoon.
Alright, so we didn't take too long with the sunlight.
And then the side quest. So I'm trying to see. I think I have a spell. I don't have it available right now, but like my sleep, I think I could get us to have water breathing.
That could come in handy, yes. I hadn't even thought about that. I mean, I can hold my breath for quite a while, but
Yeah, but also while fending off merfolk.
this is a good point.
Let's see.
And I mean, if you can get us underwater, I can at least be able to speak with him.
Yeah, if we sleep, I can get us to breathe underwater tomorrow.
That sounds good.
I mean, it is mid-afternoon. Rest a little bit.
Night swim.
Or we could do that. But, well, she said she needs to sleep. I guess you could sleep now.
And that's why I said night swim.
It occurred to me now, yes.
So you guys would like
I
Oh,
thought
so
you
it's
said
like
you were
that for
really
midnight?
smart.
After
next
you,
day?
am
after
sometimes.
you take a long rest.
Okay, a long rest.
On certain things, yes.
So, what was your name again?
My name is Reyna Evanir.
Is this one traveling with us now? Are we
Um,
leaving her here? What are we doing? We still have yet to come to a consensus.
I mean, she said she wants to go to a tavern. She hasn't asked or anything to stay. This is just like another person we're meeting. This can go either
That's
way.
why I'm saying I'm curious because we never really discussed nothing.
Oh, well, I really have no plans other than
Well, I mean, that was originally what we came in here with. We had really no plans. We just came in to kind of see what was going on.
That's not true. I fulfilled like 2/3 of my plan already.
That is always your plan. That
Yeah.
had nothing to do with coming here.
Well, I mean, that's kind of why I go everywhere. To make money.
Wait, did you make money?
Sometimes.
I'm talking like last night. You made money.
Why do you think I come to find you? They throw me out, told me the gold is on the dresser. So is she going with us or no? Like, I feel like we're stuck on that question because
Would you like to come with us?
why not? I have nothing else better to do.
A lot of things.
well,
A lot of terrible things have happened to
tell
us.
her about the curses and the demons and the kobolds and
kobolds. They have kobolds after us now?
no, was it the
Gnolls.
Gnoll? Yeah, it was the
I was
Gnoll.
about to say, did you piss off some kobolds while we were not
and the
around?
the interdimensional earth dragon and what else have we found? Well,
Oh, the
what
coolie
else?
fish. They're up
The
here.
coolie fish. What the hell else has found us?
Yeah, so we
Not fishing.
And the anger of the king who tried to set us up, and the other demon vessel servants.
We heard something about the king. What did we hear about the king?
I heard that he was a dick.
No, we heard.
Then the dick in the
He's
mirror.
Oh, yeah,
Dick in the
he's a
mirror
demon
was another.
vessel.
Oh, dick in the mirror was another one.
That's what we heard. Every now and then I learn something.
Well, it's not like I have anywhere to go anyway, so I'll tag along.
I'm just trying to warn you that a lot of shit seems to happen to us.
So
We've had like one night since we all known each other that it was just a normal night in town.
That was
Yeah.
last night.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah,
when we were in
2 nights,
Hallamore.
2 nights, yeah.
I'm talking when we were. Last night was not one. Maybe for y'all, I got scalded by a lake.
Oh, I just ate food now it's sleep.
I didn't get to sleep until this morning, but it was a pretty normal night.
It's nothing different. I lived in a caravan where we had trouble always happening.
I feel like these are not everyday occurrences that
These
you don't
are-
take
This
seriously
is
at
more
all.
like end of the world trouble.
The last,
If I
the
thought I
last
could get away,
village,
I
the
would
last
have
town that we were in, may not be there anymore.
It's probably not.
Arcturus, as you guys are talking, you notice a hooded figure making its way into Baba Yaga's hut. It looks around first and then opens the door and walks in.
Do I recognize that hood?
Oh, he wasn't around. So we heard about Lady Kikimora. She is essentially holed up in Ridgeback. right?
Yes, the mountains.
Yes, Razorback Mountains. And she has demons coming after her. Is that what it was? She has demons coming after her.
I thought she said they weren't allowed to attack each other.
I don't know, but apparently she's there. It kind of acts as a bastion against them, kind of the same as the swamp acts here. So apparently she is safe. We are apparently safe, at least from the demons, not everything in the swamp, but at least from the demons outside of the swamp while we're here. Or at least in the village here.
I gotta go check something. I'll be right back. Gotta go follow that hooded figure.
Okay.
He doesn't trust people, does he?
You head over to
No.
Yaga's tent, or her little hut.
He's like,
Are you peeking through, or no? There's no windows on it. The only entrance is that little beaded doorway with a cloth behind it.
He came in to say he was a demon vessel, but I was just like,
Yeah, I'll just kind of casually.
Okay. Roll a quick stealth check.
Big money, no women, no women.
like on the floor, so down and just off.
21!
21? Okay. Easy enough. You kind of lean up against the doorway, put your hand on your shoulder, move the curtain a little bit with your finger, and look in. And with your peripherals, you see this hooded figure talking to Baba Yaga. As the voice is kind of weird as it's snarling as it speaks. It's looking at her. The information you asked for is soon arriving. Master and I find some.
But it's speaking like broken common.
Yeah. More information on your child soon.
Okay. I'll take one finger and tap the center of my head while I'm making eye contact. I'm going to detect thoughts on the creature speaking.
Okay. Explain to me what detect thought does.
Initially it's surface thoughts because I'm not focusing all of my will on the creature. As an action, I can shift my attention further to where I can actually delve deeper into its mind, but at that point it'll realize what I'm doing.
Okay. So just the surface thoughts?
Yep.
Okay, so in its mind, you hear the words Master, Eastern Waste, Baba Yaga, friend, information, soon. Travel faster back to pack.
Okay.
That's essentially what you hear. And it's like a constant loop.
Well, at this point I'm going to kind of lean off the wall and kind of push my way through.
Okay.
Making
As soon as you
myself,
do,
like,
you see the
actually
creature
noticed.
take a quick look back and pull its hood over its face as it runs around the corner to behind Baba Yaga, keeping its back to you and her as it's standing behind.
Did I recognize the language?
Like the accent or
No, the actual language.
we speak in common?
Yeah, then
Like
that
the
kind of guttural snarl would I have been able to pick up off anything on that?
You haven't.
Obviously non-humanoid. So.
Yeah, you haven't heard this kind of language spoken fluently, but a close recall would be when you heard the words Yinogu.
So fucking knoll.
As far as you can tell.
Is it about the size of a knoll?
Yeah. Baba Yaga, as this creature goes behind her, she kind of puts her hand up. What can I help you with? I'm kind of busy.
Oh, I saw a sneaky hooded figure look like they were sneaking into your tent. I was making sure you were okay.
I'm fine, thank you. If you don't mind, we have important business to discuss.
I don't remember it all. You should probably put like an actual door or something though, that way I couldn't know.
Fair enough. I'll take that into consideration, please.
Okay.
I was like, okay, so we're doing this.
Usually people just stand in front of my tent and say, knock, knock.
So I'm gonna head back to them.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. Did we figure out what we're doing with her yet?
Are you coming with us?
Yeah, I'll come.
Yeah. So what happened? Anything
Oh.
you care to relay or not?
I don't trust her. She's meeting with people in secret. I read the creature's mind. It serves a master out of the eastern wastes.
Oh, we did hear there's a demon in Eastern Wastes. A demon lord.
So she's consulting with one of his servants would be my best guess. I couldn't probe too deeply or I would know what I was doing.
And we also heard that all the gnolls are gathering out in the Eastern Wastes as well.
Well, it did mention Yinobu, so
Oh.
I think it involves you again.
Just to clarify, it didn't mention Yinobu. You heard.
I thought it was in its thoughts.
No. When you asked if you ever heard this kind of
That was
speech
that
pattern-
growling dialect
Yeah.
that we had heard it.
So it didn't mention Yinobu at all. Shut up.
We'll scratch that.
Retcon.
You didn't
But
hear anything.
if the gnolls are gathering out in the Eastern Waste, I don't think it bodes well for you to be
Oh no, I'm
binding yourself to a clan that apparently is dealing with its servants.
Well, you see, the thing is that I don't know if you've noticed that little necklace that I always have. It's kind of gone.
Where the hell did they go?
That is essentially a
It's a symbol of this
covenant.
swamp
Okay,
yeah.
but like my issue here is we are doing what we do a lot. Is just like
No questions asked.
taking her at her word, like the world is just full of honest people. I think like half our party is proof that that's bullshit.
What half?
She she's meeting with servants of the demon out of the Eastern Wastes in secret. I wouldn't be getting shit tattooed on me, buddy.
Well, I mean, it just kind of appeared. I didn't actually.
I'm gonna walk over to Bobby I sent.
Yeah, but you know, like curse marks
Hello?
and seals and
Oh, no,
bindings
You see
and
Baba
words
Yaga
like
come
they're
over
a
to
thing.
the Baba Yaga come over to the door. She moves the little screen out the way. Yes, can I help you?
You're not like conspiring with any of like the demon lords, are you?
Jesus Christ.
She looks.
You're
around.
not still under the zone of truth.
I'm not. No.
She looks around, and then some people kind of stop when they hear the word demon lord.
Oh, I
She's
didn't say
like,
aloud.
you
Yes.
kinda,
You
Kind of did.
I'm screaming.
She kind of looks around, and she does that to some of the people that stop, and they immediately go about her way. Come in, please.
Yes, I will.
And that was the last we ever saw of
And
her.
as you walk in, you see this hooded creature kind of facing one of the walls, keeping its back to you. She looks over. It is okay. She's a friend.
Hello.
The creature kind of pulls its hood back, and you see this scarred-faced gnoll with, like, piercings on its underbite right here. And he looks over, and he begins to snarl, and she's
Why
like,
did that sound
Sounded-
saucy?
Yeah, it sounded
Hello.
amused.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Ew. Kind of alarmed.
That's how you sound when you're alarmed?
You're not here. Keep going.
Baba
Oh,
Yaga.
911.
My mother's
That's
been in
not
an
really
accident.
So,
Baba Laga?
That was funny.
The cancer is terminal.
Baba Yaga kind of points over to her friend, and he calms down a little bit. This is one of the messengers for the Demon Lord in the Eastern Waste.
Hello.
The reason why I'm in contact with him is because he is a friend of mine before he was turned.
Oh, he turned into an elf.
He's turned into one of the vessels.
Oh.
You're a weirdo, bitch.
So I keep up with my people from around the world. It's MJ.
Oh, okay. Hey, MJ.
What up, player pimp?
But I keep up with my people from around the world every now and then.
Okay.
He is here to inform me that my friend is in danger.
Oh. Inside joke. 13.
13? She doesn't seem like she's lying. She seems like she's very sincere.
Okay.
However, I cannot do anything, so all I can do is ask questions, figure out his state, if you will.
Is your friend in one of the kingdoms getting all around?
No, he is actually very dormant when it comes to activity. From what my friend has told me, he has just finished asserting his dominance over one of the pack lords of Yinobu's commanders.
I was just curious. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes,
We're all on an even playing field.
If you have a question, you are more than free to ask, but just don't do something like that in front of my people. They're already nervous enough with everything that's going on.
Okay, fair.
Feel free to share that information with your friends if you would like.
It's nice to meet you.
And he
No.
pulls the hood back over his head, kind of turns around before he leaves. As you walk out, you see your friends just standing there.
Are we
It's
done?
fine. It's fine, guys.
Are we done harassing her?
I was about to say, I probably should have mentioned. She said that she needed some time because she had to meet someone. No, I should.
Hey, but what if this was some evil stuff? We just gave her time.
Like, what questions did
You know,
you ask?
just had to.
Well, I asked her if she was.
You
What
didn't,
did I ask?
you you didn't hear her yell? Are you conspiring with
There we
demons?
go. Something
Like-
like that.
I don't know what you have learned from watching me, but when I do things like that,
Uh-huh.
there's usually a little bardic charm involved.
Oh.
Like, you can't just blurt out questions like that for an interrogation.
Well, it worked this time.
Did.
Oh, sure that she told you everything without adulteration to the truth or sidestepping your questions with
Oh, no, she seemed
sort
pretty
of
truthful to me.
answers. Yeah, you think I'm honest part of the time too.
Whatever. We need.
You've
his
never
necklace
caught
back
me in a
anyway,
lie.
So.
I'm just
So,
saying that
I
I
mean-
need to get this totem back because I don't really want to be a gnoll,
Mm.
and that's kind of the thing that's
And
stopping
it
that.
went missing after we got here.
No, I
I didn't
didn't.
go missing.
She took it because I have not earned it.
Why do you and the little one that we have not seen in a while just let people rob you?
I wonder if Zenora is okay.
I'm
She's
sure
probably
she is
fine.
probably hip deep in dragon shit by now.
She's disappeared in that town.
She was getting good at that though, at least. So maybe
She was. At first I thought like, oh hey, she's doing really good. She's finally learning how to do her stealthy thing.
Who the
then
hell
I
are y'all
haven't seen her in
talking
a long
about?
They were talking about the little one that cooked like sort of good food sometimes.
Little one.
Yeah,
That wasn't a child?
No,
I thought we had a child this whole time.
no,
she's
not the one
adult.
she dropped down the well.
No,
The,
I know who we're
The
referring
fleshy
to.
one.
I know who we're referring to.
Yeah.
Well, I hope she's okay.
Yeah, I was okay. You know, at first I was just like, yeah, she's doing good. And then she hasn't shown up, so now I'm getting kind of worried. So
She's
y'all,
probably gone.
So one of y'all brought your child with you?
No,
Yeah, it's
she
his child.
dumped
yes,
it.
it's,
Yeah, she
No,
also
no.
dumped her child down a well.
But see, that was like by way of forced adoption on her part.
she called him Papa all the time.
So, I'm still like, you're just taking her at face value.
You can go ask her if you want to. She seemed pretty amenable to questions.
Yeah. To make sure I get the truth, I don't ask gently.
What I'm going to say is that I may not trust her, but I trust my parents. And she knows my parents. Knew my parents.
Your parents are dead too?
One of them, yes. The other, possibly. I don't know. Or he's a demon vessel, but not
Just
sure.
Just hear me out. I knew your parents. You see how that just roll off the tongue like that?
But see, the thing is, she approached him with his name before any of us had said it.
This entire village knows who I am.
That being said,
Knew
does that
who
mean
I
I
was.
trust her? No, but that's something.
Okay, well, let's go get your bottle of darkness from the bottom of a lake.
Yes. Endo,
After
you
we
said
rest.
you need to rest so that you can let us breathe underwater.
Yes.
Alright. Long rest.
Okay, so you guys head back over to your accommodations. Are you guys sharing it with your new friend, or?
Because it was one room, right?
Yeah, it was big. It was big enough to fit all of you. With
Okay.
a
We just
little bit
didn't
of
have
breathing
to
room.
because he wasn't there.
True.
I'm sure I can find some accommodations for the night again.
I'm sure you can. Well, free to do so, don't let us hold you back.
Well, someone's taking watch if an extra is going to be sleeping with us.
Well, we can always see if she can get her own room. I'm sure she would like her own room so she can clean up after
Yeah, that's
being
true.
in the forest.
How much is a room?
What are
They
you
just-
asking?
They just kind
Pretty
of
much the party, but
they just gave us this room.
Yeah.
oh, they gave y'all the room?
Yeah, so we gotta go find somebody
Okay.
to go ask.
We mean we.
See if I find Godfrey.
You go looking around and you see Godfrey over by one of the tables. He's talking to his friend, the other Bullseye Guild member, and you see them mulling over some papers, some scratch notes that they've been taking since they've been traveling together. And he looks up. What can I help you with?
First, I was going to tell you that the slot is definitely in the forest, and it still looks like your friend.
Okay, and he looks over at what are
Names are hard.
He looks over at Shenla and they kind of nod at one another. I appreciate the information.
You're welcome. It's from the sprites.
I will be sure to thank them as well.
Okay, they're keeping an eye on it. Also, they're tracking it.
Probably collaborate with them. I'll take it down.
And then we also met someone in the woods, and we have her here with us. I was wondering if there's any accommodations for her.
I'm sure we can find something. Give me one moment. And he kind of gets up and walks over to some of the other villagers. As he's talking, he's gesturing to them what's going on, points over to Raynham, kind of walks back over. One of the tents near you will be freed up for her.
Thank you.
No problem. If you don't mind, me and Shenla here, we're gonna go into the forest and see if we can track down our friend.
Okay, be careful.
We will. Kind of packs up all his paperwork and makes his way over to Baba Yaga's tent in order to disclose the information that was given to him and head out.
Thanks. Go and
I appreciate the room.
Let's go find out who you're staying with.
Alright.
You guys make it back over to your hut, and the hut right next to you guys can see some people walking out with some bags and stuff. So, it's all yours.
Awesome.
And they move over to the next hut.
Oh, I feel kind of bad. Did we displace them?
We're not staying here.
It seems like it's very communal.
It's true. Okay, alright, well, here you go, Raina.
Thanks.
Alright. If you guys would like, go ahead and do your long rests on your apps. And Ember, just let me know what spells you're switching out.
Okay, I took out Dispel Magic, and I replaced it with Speed the Plant, Water Breathing.
Oh, I was like,
That was the whole reason we took this.
Water Breathing.
okay. So, about 8 hours pass, and it is close to midnight now. And you guys wake yourselves up. Your internal clocks are amazing, as adventurers are. They have to keep track of time their own way. So, you guys wake up, not simultaneously, but one by one. Arcturus, you had found your own accommodations, and
Yes.
after your long rest, you make your way back over to the tent. Unless there was anything else you would like to do.
Your long rest.
I think that'll about do it.
Okay. So,
I just walk around like, is 8 inches enough to get a place to sleep tonight?
Oh my god.
make it over to their hut, and you knock on the walls. And you guys hear the knocking. So, you guys are free to do what you want.
Alright,
Alright, so
get up, get ready, get go.
Morning stretches.
it's nighttime.
Night stretches.
It worries me that she can't tell that it's nighttime.
This place is pretty much Vegas, remember?
Sure.
So we figure out a way to breathe underwater. We should probably ask Baba Yaga or somebody who's been here a while what exactly the lake creatures are.
Sure, that's a good idea.
Unfortunately, for the trials, I told you guys last time that the only information that they could have given you was the task at hand.
Yeah, they can't help us very much.
It's supposed to train their ingenuity, creativity, and survival.
In that case, give me like 3 minutes. I'll be right back. I got an idea.
Are you about to go? I'm trying to think of the polite way to
he
put
does-
this.
He's
Are you
about to
about
get
to
a
go
short
and
I'm gonna
rest.
walk over to
interrogate
Alfear.
someone?
No. I just
Okay.
Okay, I'll do
Let
it.
me explain something to you from
See, like,
where I went to
Persuasion
school.
check.
If I mention something to you, that's generally the answer is the first thing that pops into your mind.
it's a charisma.
So
Mhm.
I don't have to interrogate you if I'm just reading surface
Advantage. I
thoughts.
do.
All right.
No.
What were you?
What'd you
trying-
get?
Seven.
What were you trying to do?
You don't see any notable
6.
change on Adler's tree.
Okay.
She's trying to talk to one of the trees.
That didn't work. Alright, I go back.
So, are there people moving around outside?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to stretch out thoughts with detect thoughts
Okay.
in a 30-foot radial.
Alright.
And one of the first people I see. So, quick question I have to ask you. I'm curious to see if you know something.
Aren't you friends with the one that's doing the trial?
Yes, but this has nothing to do with that. I've seen something in the lake that I'm curious because I've never seen that breed of marrow before. Is it the marrow?
And
So-
you kind of see him keeping quiet. Surface thoughts things again?
Yep.
Alright.
That's why I'm bringing up that specifically.
Okay.
Most people, when you bring up some shit, they'll think about it, but he knows he's not supposed to say it.
There, in his mind, the word marrow immediately registers. And from that, it tracks to Sahagins, the merfolks, dark tritons, and various other creatures that lie beneath the surface of the water here. And then the word temple pops up for a quick second. And he looks at you. I'm sorry, I cannot speak of any more things of that nature, especially when your friend is doing the quest, the trial.
No, I wasn't around for the rules portion of that. I'm sorry. I was curious because I've seen some merfolk before, but I've never seen anything quite like that.
Oh, it's no problem. Just be aware, Baba Yaga doesn't take kindly to cheaters.
Oh, no problem at all.
Okay, and he walks away.
I'd like to picture that while you were talking to that guy, you were just sitting there actually eating fruit.
No problem. It's okay. It's not.
All right.
No. After I finish up with that, I'll head back to them.
Okay.
Well, looking for darkness in the middle of the night. What can go wrong?
Oh, quite a bit. So, when I talked to him, he was thinking about Sahagins, which are like lizard fish people. He brought up the dark tritons and something about a temple. So, all around it don't sound good.
No, not necessarily. Huh?
Sounds relevant.
Hmm.
Definitely.
I guess we'll find out. Who's up for
But apparently,
possibly...
if I get caught trying to cheat, they're gonna punish you.
Please don't do that.
Do what?
At least don't get caught.
Doing what?
Exactly.
Megan, stop playing with the dog back there.
I'm just trying to get over the damn thing.
Had to pet the dog to do that. I thought they liked innovation and creativity. That was pretty creative and innovative.
Yeah.
Bitches.
The whole point of that is to not get caught. So, you're still following the rules.
As long as I don't delve deep enough that they realize I'm doing it.
Alright, so you guys begin your journey outside of Yaga's camp, leaving the coolie fish, the villagers, and Baba Yaga herself behind. And as you guys make your way out, the forest, or the swamp, is lit with various luminescent plants, like the first night you guys came. However, the smell of this area is way more prominent. And it seems not smoky, but there does seem to be things in the air that is not obstructing your vision, but making things a little bit harder to see off in the distance.
Let me cast Visage of the Astral Self. I can see through darkness, magical or non-magical, clearly for 120 feet.
Okay. So you're able to pierce through the darkness, seeing all these creatures, such as the sprites you met before, as well as various types of what looks like mutated animals, like a squirrel with wings on its back, or a bat with hands instead of, the claws that they normally have. So, you guys begin trekking northward where the little pond was told it would be. It's about a 30-minute travel, and along the way, you guys are still seeing all these various creatures. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
17.
Throw things at me, Crystal.
So this cock's on the reroll.
19.
18.
18.
16.
16.
Everybody rolled good
19.
on- Everybody rolled good on
Alright.
that.
Would it
Fuck
could have
yeah.
been better because it was gonna land on 17, but it's between 10 and 17.
So, as you guys are breathing, you notice that you're breathing kind of. It's starting to get a little bit harder, but you guys push through it, and it's almost like the feeling that you two had before you started hallucinating, as if something is getting into your system, but you guys are strong enough to push it out without any problems.
Yeah, we're sure this shit is not Breath of the Swamp.
I've been thinking about that for a little while now.
It might be. Possible.
You wanna bottle some of that shit just in case?
I mean, sure.
Do you have a bottle?
I don't know.
You're gonna look like a huffer. You're just walking around with these pores.
I do not.
No. I can't help you out. All my vials are full of gem dust.
Anyone have a bottle? A spare bottle.
And, you know,
Wait, hold on.
I can't exactly dump out my vials of gem dust.
Oh no, I think we should hold
That's
on to
money.
No, I actually do.
The hell do you mean we? I'm the one who collected it.
that. Right, then you should hold on to that.
You're damn right.
Yeah, I do. I have a large glass jug.
Can we
Yes.
try to scoop some of this up in there?
There you go. This is from our brewer's tools, by the way.
Okay. So as you're doing that, it's almost like trying to catch free floating smoke. It's very difficult. So you have to think of a creative way in order to get whatever is floating in the air inside.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. That works for pulling things out. Work for pulling
I'm
things
talking
in.
about like. I was thinking about. I was trying to think of like some vacuum idea for that.
Yeah, that's.
That's what you were getting at
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Because no, you can use that to pull stuff out.
Well, while our party thinks about a way to bottle these spores in the air, we're gonna take a quick break.
Don't you move at like sound barrier breaking speed?
I mean. I don't think so. No.
Please
Fast,
enjoy the
but-
musical stylings of my sister Eve Nirvana during the break. You guys can find her on Spotify and Apple Music and any other music streaming platforms. If you guys like her, please go ahead and support her page. It'll be greatly appreciated. So yeah, see you guys in about 15 minutes.
Had a headache when I woke up, 'cause I had 2 glasses of wine. You left me on the porch and I said I was fine. And I had a dream that you died, where you said it was all in my mind. so I believed you, and I woke up fine. I don't wanna be someone, I don't wanna be anyone. I don't wanna be you, I don't wanna be me. I don't wanna walk on the tarmac in the summer heat, 'cause landing feels like nothing. I've been thinking about how we fight. I bought cigarettes for the first time. Had a dream where I couldn't find the lights. Stuck on the roof of a house that I don't like. You got angry 'cause it was your fault. I thought if I tried hard enough we would both fall. I don't wanna be someone, I don't wanna be anyone. I don't wanna be you, I don't wanna be me. I don't wanna walk on the tarmac in the summer heat, 'cause landing feels like nothing to me. I've been trying to throw out these things that I know. I'm unwinding. I've been uptight for too long. I'll stop lying. I followed you, Arizona, 'cause I hate it when you leave. Drove across a bridge and I thought of New York. You watched the traffic behind me. I'd follow you there, but the heat's too much for me. I drove past the base, you told me about the police. I didn't sleep. My room feels empty now. How long till you come around? You moved away from your apartment. I lied to your friends for a couple months. You said you've lied to them a lot before. I felt bad, I couldn't do more. My room feels empty now. How long till you come
Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for hanging out with us during the break. Hope you guys enjoyed the music. Last we left off, our party was making their way over to the pond in which William is trying to complete his second trial. And they had a brilliant idea in order to collect the breath of the swamp by bottling it up. Now they just have to figure out a way how.
I'm gonna say brilliant. I don't know about that. We're still working on that one.
How big is the jug?
I also have a siphon.
That'll come in handy. Yes.
Large.
So I mean, who here has the hardiest constitution? Who's I would say that's probably you, big fella.
Yeah, probably.
So why don't you take a big breath, catch it in your mouth, and then blow it into the jug? Well, they didn't say you need a lot of it, right?
Well, my thought is this siphon, because for a siphon to work, it's going to have to seal onto this jug. Correct? Yes. So my thought is, I put the siphon in the jug. Then I attempt to suck all of the air out of the jug. Right? Thus creating a vacuum inside the jug. When you open the siphon, it will pull air in, which should in turn pull in all the particles.
But if you're sucking the air out of the jug, that'll create a vacuum around your mouth.
That's why you have the siphon.
Yeah, I had a siphon, so I just want to see him try it with just a jug.
But you understand, like, once you take all the air out of it, that's the vacuum. Like, the vacuum's not created when you move your mouth. The vacuum is you sucking out all the air. So essentially, when you suck out all the air, it's gonna like pull in your tongue and stuff.
I understand what you're saying, but this is a siphon. A siphon usually only works one way. You can pull from the container that you have the siphon into. Doesn't usually pull you back.
I don't know much about the siphon because I never used it before. But if y'all think it'll work, it's
an idea.
I mean, don't let me stop you from trying.
So that is my thought. Okay. I'm going to put the siphon in the top of the jug, seal it on the top of the jug, and then essentially try to pull all the air out through the siphon so that when I open the top of the jug, air will flow in and hopefully pull the particles and stuff inside.
Okay. Let's. I'm trying to figure out how to word this.
Where's our
Because
hard?
I don't. So from what I'm understanding, it's a glass jug, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When you pull air, it doesn't constrict or anything. So
No, but you're still pulling all of the air out of the inside, which actually makes this better because if it collapsed, it would have nothing to fill.
Yeah, but glass breaks is, I think.
If this is a brewing jug,
yeah, it probably won't.
it can handle pressure.
You know what?
Don't you have a mini bellows in your kit too?
Why would you have bellows for brewing supplies?
Because to make alcohol, you have to introduce high heat.
Okay, let's rule a cool this one. So you put the tube on the top, capture it, and then you begin to all the air as much as you can. It's very hard because there's no other air source in there. So as you try to pull, it's very hard and constrictive. Then when you feel like you're ready, you let go and however, it's more like a quick burst of pulled in air as it essentially.
Yes.
But it doesn't seem to pull much in.
It was a thought. Not necessarily a good one, but it was one.
So basically, it's a bunch of spores floating in the air, correct?
Yeah.
Are they like visible to the eye?
Barely.
Okay. I'm gonna take my coin pouch, and I'm going to dump my money into my boot.
Okay.
Reno, how fast can you run? I mean, it's essentially like plant spores, yeah?
Just like what?
Plant spores. It's like fungus spores, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So I mean, if you run with the bag open, can't you catch them in the bag and then just like squish it into the jug?
We could try.
Worth a shot.
Why not? Cool.
Alright.
So I'll take the bag. I'll get ready. And yeah, I'll just quick 40 yard that way.
Okay.
40 yard in one direction, bag open. As fast as I can.
Alright, so you see Reno open up the bag, take his mark, and you're pretty confident. You felt a lot of wind pressure in the bag as you, because close to the end of your run, you quickly close it up.
Cool. We'll walk back over.
Wanna see
Here
me
you
run
go,
40
Huffer.
Want to see me run 40 yards? Want to see me do it again?
All right.
Well, yes, I just did do the 80-yard dash in 2.5 seconds.
Alright, so now I have a bag of hopefully spores.
Try and don't get into the
I was about
jug.
to say I'm going to try to put set bag onto the mouth of the jug and see if I can dump anything into there.
You see some of the spores drop in along with a few minuscule mosquitoes and flies and stuff that were floating around. Reno, on your chest there's a little splatter from some of the bugs. You took off at a pretty fast pace.
Tell me, how much of this shit do we need? Like, just a little bit will do, or?
I mean, we're not even sure if this is actually a
Yeah.
breast. This is still just a theory, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean, we have it, so
Yeah, I mean, we'll
Maybe.
one
see
step
if
at
this
a
works.
time. Let's go get this darkness.
Yeah, we've got this. Back up.
Yeah.
Funk. And I'll put the plug in the jug.
All right.
Jug plug.
Jug plug. There's a moth.
Maybe, maybe.
All right. So you guys make your way northward over towards the pond, and you guys are slushing around through everything. And the further you go from Yaga's Coven camp, the weirder things you guys see, such as what looks to be a snake slithering around the tree, but it's crawling with arms and legs, moving itself around.
So like a lizard or
If lizards had
Lizards do
Long-
have arms and legs.
longer bodies and actual hands, opposed to
Okay.
thumbs and stuff.
oh yeah, that's gross. All right.
Are like the arms and legs covered in scales and shit, or is it like a snake with human arms and legs that are proportional?
The body,
That'd be
body,
freaky as fuck.
Hell no.
the body is long like a snake, around 6 feet as it's slithering up this or crawling up this tree, and the arms look blackened, and they don't look scaly.
So they look like humanoid-ish in nature. That's
Just
fucking
small.
freaky.
You ever like watch? You ever read like Junji Ito? There's the one comic where, or the one story where everyone was getting turned into like human slugs, like halfway through their transformation. That's what I'm imagining.
That's fucking
It's the
freaky.
most disgusting thing.
Okay.
All I'm
You
thinking
got-
is like got a, like a partially
What's in there?
contorted human face, and it's like
Right.
crawling up the tree, like kill me.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
You guys see tarantulas crawling around on webs somewhere near the tree line. And when you guys get a closer look, it only has one large eye on its head as it's staring, and you guys are essentially glowing yellow and red.
This place is weird.
This swamp is fucking freaky at night.
Great, isn't it?
I could think of other words to describe it.
Freaky works quite well.
Off in the distance, you guys do see some human-sized creatures that are walking around, bipeds, that seem to glow a light green glow as they walk around. And you see one go behind a tree and then never leaves that area. The glow seems to disappear as soon as it walks behind, and
So it's like it went into the tree.
essentially,
Hey Druid, what the fuck is that? The thing it walked into a tree.
I don't know.
you want to roll a nature check? Okay.
I don't know.
She don't know shit.
Do you want to try that out?
Sure,
Drew?
I'll give it a shot. Nope, I know less.
But it seems to happen quite a bit as you guys are walking through. You guys see these humanoid-looking creatures as they make their way over to a tree and vanish inside them.
Oh.
And after a while, you guys make your way. You guys find yourselves at this murky-looking large pond.
Alright, everyone gather round. And I cast
Oh,
water
shit,
breathing.
wait. How long does that last?
24 hours.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, shouldn't we come up with a plan? But now we got time.
Mm-hmm.
So this just works?
Yeah.
And it's not a concentration spell, right?
Nope.
I don't feel any different.
So
You got gills now, buddy. I was just kidding. I mean, I figured like our biggest. Yesterday when we made this plan for the water breathing, it seemed like that was our biggest predicament, which it was. You know what I'm saying? So now I feel like we just do what we normally do. Either we try to talk to them, and if they say no, we kill them.
Well, I mean, she can take care of the water breathing. I can take care of the language barrier for 3 of us. Myself and 2 others.
Oh,
So-
my water breathing covers 10 creatures.
Okay.
I would say you need the darkness, so you get one of the ability to speak. Amber, you know the most about this nature business, so I would make you the other candidate, and I'm the most persuasive. So
I thought I was gonna be like the navigator through the water. I assumed it would be dark as fuck in there.
Probably.
but I can make light.
I can see up to 120 feet through magical and non-magical.
You can give mine to him.
Just saying.
I don't know if I want you talking.
I won't say nothing. Like if you want me to not, I won't.
No, it makes sense for you to navigate. I forgot you could see in the dark.
Yes, that's
I
probably.
think he's the only one that can.
That's probably the next big hurdle is that none of us can see.
Yep. I was gonna make the suggestion of getting maybe more of those sun rock thingies.
Like
that
it
were
wouldn't hurt to
collected.
create like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I can
As
still
a
see
backup.
like
Okay, well, over the course of about 60 seconds, I'm going to give myself, William, and Reno the ability to understand and speak any tongue they are able to hear.
Okay. So, you guys are now fully prepped with your spells, and then you guys start stepping into the water.
So I thought we actually submerged them in a recast visage of the astral self.
Should we maybe, because like I said, it's probably going to be dark. Should we, I don't know,
Or reactivate it, I should say.
like
I was thinking
tie
that too.
ourselves together so that we don't get separated or lost?
Well, I mean, the downside of that is it's really going to hinder an escape if we have to make one.
This is true.
So, I mean, I figure he can see in the dark. We have someone in the center. I can cast light on their bag. At that point, we don't lose nobody. We just follow the light.
Alright. So with that, I'm just gonna pull both of them hooves out, my arms and my eyes. Just hold on to my arms. Y'all know I'm always at least 10 feet away.
That works.
This works.
One
And then
action.
like if something pops off, I can just let go.
So, you guys submerge yourselves into this murky pond, which essentially is a lake, but a pond. And as you guys make your way in, Reno, the first thing you notice as soon as you're fully submerged is that this thing leads down deeper than your vision can see through.
So that's further. This is deeper than 120 feet. It's pretty deep.
Not only that, you also see a small cavern system made up in various spots.
There's also a cavern system.
Well, what I could pull off the mind of the person I talked to was something about the Dark Tritons and a temple. If anybody's going to be manufacturing darkness, it seems like that where it would be.
Yeah, that sounds edgy enough.
Okay. So you guys, so in the player's handbook, swimming speed is half your speed. Does anybody have anything that counteracts that, or are you guys moving at half your speed this entire time?
Nope. I don't think I have.
Yeah,
anything.
I don't have anything to increase my swim speed.
Um,
I don't even think I have any spells that let me do that. At least not at 3rd level.
I could turn into a reef shark, but then I can't talk to anybody.
Why?
Because I'm a reef shark.
But they can understand any other language.
I thought you can't speak anyway, right?
Beast
now, so
speak
well,
is a
you speak to us,
discernible
but-
tongue.
Huh?
I said beast speak is a discernible tongue, and worst case
Does
scenario,
a shark speak?
I mean,
They
beast-
communicate.
They
It's-
beast speak.
It's more of like a telepathy thing.
But either way, you could just nudge me when you want to say something, and I can use detect thoughts. But that's gonna have to be limited because I'm running out of spell slots with doing that.
Yeah.
What challenge rating can you go up to?
Let's see. I am a 6th level druid. I want to say it's like either a quarter or half. I might have to look.
Does it not say in your wild shape on the
I
thing?
don't think it does. There's like a chart I have to look at. So, here. Second level, quarter. At 4th level, I can do half. So I can do half. Half or lower.
Okay.
And the reef shark, I think, is half.
Yep. You also have the other option of a giant seahorse and a crocodile.
Yeah, crocodiles don't breathe underwater. They can hold their breath for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And I figured 15 minutes was not enough.
But you had water breathing.
And you can turn into large creatures or medium.
She should be able to be, because she was a
Well,
ward.
reef shark is medium.
Okay.
Well, she was a ward too. That's a large creature.
Yeah, a warg is a large creature.
All right.
Let me see.
So.
I think the only restriction it gave me was that I can't turn into a creature that can fly.
Okay.
At least
But you're at the level where you can have a swimming speed, correct?
Yeah, I don't think there's a restriction on swimming.
Yeah, I think the
It's just
restriction is
flying.
just fly speed until a certain level.
Yeah, flying and challenge rating.
Yeah, they're not lying. They said the smoke detector battery needs replacing. They're not lying. That shit's always beeping.
Yeah, no, tongues wouldn't work on an animal. For that, I'd have to have the spell speak with animal.
You have a telepathy spell?
Yeah, but I can only use it 3 times.
You need that to what right now?
I was gonna say if she turns into a reef shark in order to communicate with her, I could use detect thought. And since all of hers would be surface thought, she's trying to communicate with me, but I can only do it 3 times, and it only lasts for a minute if I'm concentrating.
Okay.
It says, so if I transform, it says transforming doesn't break my concentration even though it's not a concentration spell. On what I've already cast, however, it prevents me from taking actions that are part of that spell.
So like maintaining.
Yeah, so. Would I be able to keep the water breathing or no?
Yeah, because that's not
water
technically-
breathing doesn't have. It has a duration of 24 hours. If
Yeah.
it's non-concentration, it just means that
It's just there.
you enchanted us for 24 hours.
So even if I turn
Take a
into a
buff.
beast, I would still be able to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can do crocodile.
That's just like how I use tongues. It's a non-concentration spell, but it lasts for an hour. So after an hour, I have to recast it. So I'm trying to be more meticulous on the shit I try and do with my spells because you two have
So a reef shark
shown
has
me some shit
blind
that I was
sight.
doing wrong the last couple of games. So trying not to do that.
Just don't let it happen again.
I'm doing my best, Matt.
Do better.
I just thought of something for our next interview that I don't like about you. Your personality. Fuck you, Nate.
I mean, I get that a lot.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a reef shark.
Okay. So Ember begins to morph her body into this, our medium-sized.
I can feel this. What the fuck is going on? Like,
Yeah.
You are now
Ember lets
holding-
go of your arm.
You are now holding her fin.
where's she at?
And you turn around and there's just a shark.
Okay, out of reaction, we'll punch it.
I don't have any hit points.
And
there
how
goes
far
the reef
away
shark.
from
Yeah.
me was she?
I mean, she was right next to you guys. You guys
Okay,
saw her
so-
turn. The only one who did it was Reno.
I mean, I figured that's what it was. And I turn around, Ember's not there, and there's now a shark in her place.
Yeah.
And
Either
we're
she
not
got
freaking
8
out.
and that wasn't that fast, or,
There's no-
she's a druid and
There's no blood anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the shark swallowed her whole. I'm gonna punch it.
Spit my friend back out.
I was about to say, like,
start
aren't we pretty close to each other?
We're out.
Like,
I have a 40-foot swim speed.
Okay. So,
and I'm
if you guys
guessing-
want, you guys can grab onto Ember while Reno navigates.
Can you
And
see in the dark?
you guys can move a lot faster.
And blind sight?
Yes, she can absolutely see in the dark.
Okay.
It's not technically seeing; it's more
Sensing.
yeah, sensing
You're
things
using
around.
things
Use
like
your spider
Okay.
sense.
sound,
So he
sound
still
wave.
see
Yeah.
farther than I can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But if he rides like on your dorsal fin, he can point.
Yes. Which I'm
And-
totally fine with.
Now, see, I did that more as a precaution when we first went in. I'm not about to be maintaining this after like 10 minutes, because it's a 10-minute thing, right? I can still see 60 feet in the darkness naturally, however, so.
I can
But
have one
this-
touch 30 feet.
The 120 feet was really just a precaution. I just wanted to.
Make sure we don't warn
I'll stay closer to the tail so I can
Yeah, like,
cast behind us if need be.
All right. So,
Which, by the way, I never explained what that looks like. My visage is really just my eyes glow, the same color as my arms.
Oh, nice.
You just have blue glowing eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
good nice baby blues.
Can I like
Hit him with the
decide what I look like
Like
as
a
a big
teal,
shark?
but
Can I be like bioluminescent? Or is that too much?
That's a different species.
That's not a reef shark. That's a Marianas Trench
know what?
shark.
right?
So check it out. We'll make you bioluminescent, but the light doesn't reach past like
Oh yeah, no, bioluminescent.
So
is
dim
super
glow from
weak.
like light
Yeah, it's
15
really
feet.
weak.
yeah,
But just
it's-
enough so that it's a really weak brightness, but they can at least see me. 'cause
Yeah.
they're
We
right
always
next
know
to
where
me.
the shark is.
Not always.
As long
and
as
you
we're
guys-
within 15
what,
feet.
what color?
Exactly.
What color is the globe?
The glow. Ooh, sounds so cool.
green.
It's gonna be yellow.
I was
Yellow.
gonna say, watch it say
Yellow.
purple.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I have amber colored eye. It's gonna be that color.
All right.
Praise be to Jesus.
How is it just like your body glowing, or
No,
is
so
there
I'm gonna
like
have like
designs?
stripes. So I'm gonna have stripes on me. It's gonna be the stripes. So
Okay, Reno, it's like she's a tiger.
yeah.
Word.
All right, so
Kind of gross.
where you
but-
guys headed to?
No, it's because like tiger sharks eat whatever the fuck. But go ahead.
Where are you guys going first?
I mean, that's most sharks.
Your
I mean, they
options.
found a bike in a tiger shark.
Your
so-
options to where to go are the two large
Down.
cavern or cave entrances that you guys saw, and you guys can go deeper all the way to the bottom.
I would say maybe
I would say let's
Just
check out the bottom
down.
before we start delving into caverns.
Yeah, no, just
just down.
get
we'll
rid of
see
some of the options.
Yeah, we'll
for-
see if there's
we
anything
will.
down there, and then we'll go into the thing that we could possibly get
Because
lost
if
in.
we are being followed or get attacked by something, I don't want to be stuck in a cave where we don't know where we're going.
Yeah.
Cave
So
diving
whenever you
is
begin
very
to
dangerous.
move down with everybody grabbing onto either a fin or the dorsal fin, and you guys are seeing some crazy looking shit down here. There are skeleton fish that seem to just glide through the water. There are sort of like alligator gars with teeth that extend way past their jaws.
I blend in.
Yeah, I mean, they're weird shit. And there are some luminescent fish that kind of pop up here and there. But
I mean, we all kind of blend in. You're like a bioluminescent tiger shark with people growing out of it.
and after swimming for about maybe 10, 20 minutes, Reno, the last thing you saw was sort of towards the bottom, almost like a large patch of seaweed that seems to be free flowing.
So we're a couple thousand feet down.
No, a couple hundred.
Bro, she moves 40 feet per round. That's 6 seconds. If it took us 20 minutes.
But she's also dragging you guys with her.
So we're still slower.
Yeah, speed does drop when she's dragging, even in the water. But you guys begin to see these patches of seaweed, and Reno, that's essentially where your vision ends. But once you guys get closer, your dark vision allows you to see the tips of them again. But that seems to be where the bottom is.
Nothing down there.
There's 3 more cave entrances, because once you guys start getting to the bottom, start to curve like into a dome.
No, like
And
just like
there's
bottles chilling.
No bottles with a little tag that says free darkness.
Yeah.
Make a perception check. Those who can see in darkness or have true sight or blind sight.
So 2 of us.
23.
23.
Oh, it's not that good.
I see a shark. Like bioluminescent.
Reno, as you guys are
See a very
swimming
shiny
down
shark.
in one of the cave entrances towards the bottom, you see the visage of a creature kind of move itself deeper into the cave.
Mine's 19.
19? How far does your...
30 feet.
30 feet? I think you're about 30 feet from the southern one. So as you're swimming downwards, your eye kind of catches a creature move itself inside the cave.
So is it something? Okay. I don't really know how to communicate that. I could wiggle.
I
Look
feel
your
like she's
head.
trying to tell us something.
I think she
Not like
wants you to scratch
Point
her
my
chin.
head in the way of
What is
whatever
it,
I saw.
Lassie? What is it?
Okay.
Typical down the
So
Wilkin.
basically, just off of the gesture that Ember made, she's pointing to the southern cave entrance. Reno, the creature you saw was over at the eastern cave entrance.
Well, pull me on the front on one side and stay behind me. I do have some things I can use that would be effective underwater, but you don't want to be in front of me when I do it.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a good idea.
Also, I figured we saw something else going into the other entrance, but I figured we all go into one entrance because I'm not splitting up.
No, understandable. I don't want to get left down here.
Yeah.
No. So
No, it's between you two. You both saw something. Which way are we going?
Go ahead. We'll go with yours.
Okay, so I start swimming towards the southern entrance.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of grab a hold and try and keep myself a little bit in front of her.
All right. So where are you grabbing?
Where her top fin is, I'm gonna kind of stay up on top of that, so I'm above her head. I'm not
Okay.
completely in front of her, but I can aim
Just past her.
slightly up if I have to.
Okay. So you guys make your way into the southern entrance, and as you do, Reno, you're able to see further in, and that creature that was there is moving quickly, almost out of sight as it moves up and then turns quickly to the right.
That motherfucker fast.
So
well, he lives down here. He can probably swim quite well.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, I'm not sure some of y'all can run that fast.
okay, so you
I
guys make
can't
it.
see anything. So
You guys make it to the end of this hall. You guys are turning, I'm assuming, where the creature turned.
Mhm.
And as you do, there is this long, expansive, we'll say hallway, corridor. And there are about 3 entrances, 2 on your right, 1 on your left.
okay, so wait, we came in, and then we made right.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then there's 3 other entrances here.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, if we keep going to the right, it'll be hard to get lost. Because that just means when we come out of where we came in, we just have to go left. If we take our immediate right every time, our immediate left gets us out.
It's a good plan.
Cool.
So you guys take the first, you said right?
Immediate right. I mean, that work for everybody?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you guys take your first right, and it is a quick, sharp turn from there, almost parallel to the hall that you guys are going in. Quick, sharp turn to the left. So as you guys turn that left, you guys see probably the corridor that leads to that other door up on or that other passageway in the first corridor. And as you guys pass it, there seems to be an opening at the very end. Large opening with no light coming from it. And as Reno, as you're looking through it, you see movements of creatures. Some look like they got legs. Some look like they have tails. Some look small like fish, and the other ones look as large as Ember is in her shark form.
Cool. Sounds. There's some kind of civilization.
So the
Not here.
description he give, can I readily identify what they are from the nature check earlier? Because when we were talking about merfolk, I got a 23.
Yeah.
I think. It was something like that.
Oh my.
It was
You
high.
got from the description he gives, it's marrows. There are marrows, sahagins in various forms, and some.
So I know enough. They ain't trying to fucking talk.
Yeah, and some tritons, and that's the description. Or based on the description that Reno gave you, it kind of fits the sea elf that you guys had seen in William's bed that one night.
Rude.
So they ain't trying to fucking talk.
Try.
I mean, marrows in and of themselves are mutated merfolk. They're fucking evil.
Could you convince them that you're their sea god?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, you're
Oh.
pretty persuasive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but contextually, there are some strong disadvantages when what I'm saying is obviously blatantly insane. I'm not even well suited for underwater. I ain't got no flippers, no gills, no scales, nothing.
Could you convince
I am your sea goddess. He's just floating.
No, no.
Could you convince them that she is?
The shark.
The shark?
That's not a bad idea.
As you guys are speaking,
I mean,
it's,
with what we got.
There's this weird sound, like sort of like a church bell ringing, but underwater. So it's, and you guys can almost feel the vibration. And Reno, as you're looking at the opening, you see these people all move in unison in one direction as they turn away from the door and start swimming away from you guys.
Yeah, I believe that is an alarm. Because they are now swimming away from us, and that terrifies me.
I believe that's the temple bell.
It could be a temple.
Because remember, the other thing I picked up on was the temple. So, I mean, maybe that's where they get the darkness. If they're all distracted, and we can be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably going to be up to you two. You can see farther and move faster. If they catch us sneaking around, it's not going to be good. Tongs is not going to last much longer. We can stay at the entrance right here if y'all can find the darkness. I can at least keep them out of this narrow corridor.
I can go swim into that room after they vacate it.
Okay.
You're going to draw the least amount of attention, and you can move the fastest and see the farthest.
From what we got, it's bottled darkness.
I'm assuming it's a bottle. I
Probably.
mean, I can't talk to you, but I'm
And I
assuming
bet
it's
it looks dark inside the bottle.
Probably.
So,
Okay.
have they cleared out that room yet?
Yep.
I'm gonna go in.
Alright, and as you do, it's much larger than you expected. Almost like, let's say, it's about the size of... God, this is hard to explain. Think of your average Walmart size. That's how big it is.
Oh damn.
By the time you swim in there, you can see just the last person swimming through an open corridor at the very end. But at the bottom, which is maybe about 50 feet below you, there are piles of bones and clothing, armor, just dead bodies of not only humans or some of the normal races that we play, but of various different creatures. Some of them still decaying underwater.
This looks like the fish and stuff that we saw down here.
Mm-hmm.
No bottles.
Motherfuckers don't misplace nothing.
There's like no spot like Ariel's grotto. There's just shells and stuff.
No dingle hoppers.
That's a dingle hopper, you like cultured swine.
All right, and is there an opening to where they went into, or
Yeah.
is it like a door?
No, there's an opening.
I'll swim back, and I'll wiggle. No,
Okay, you guys just see her wiggling.
shake no.
What is it, Lassie?
You know you can just move your head, right?
I did. I shook my head no.
That's
Yeah.
literally the opposite of what you did. You went,
I said I wiggled, and I shook my head no.
She went like that.
Yeah, that's about how that would look.
Do sharks have necks?
Yeah, there isn't. So
It's
wiggle.
a body.
They're all neck.
Just a big old wiggle. Right, then. No
I mean-
bottles.
I was about to say, well, I'm going to assume that since she doesn't have a bottle with her, that she didn't find one.
well, as far as going into the temple goes, I think that's a no-go. And if that's where you decide to go, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm going back to the surface.
What are we doing? Were there any other exits in the cavern that I was in?
There was one that was right at the top that seems to lead to just a different corridor.
Okay.
I feel like it would be in the deepest, darkest part of the cave. The cavern. What do you call this thing?
Yeah. And there was a south, and eastern, and western. Is that what you said?
In this room?
No, when we first came down.
Yeah, there was a north, south, east, and west.
We did the southern one.
One I saw someone go into was the eastern one. So
We could go back to that.
I mean, that was the point of taking all the immediate rights, is to get back out. We just take the lefts.
Okay, so we'll head back toward the entrance.
yeah, because that was a large crowd.
But there's got to be a simpler way to do it. If everybody who lives in that fucking little town is a member of the clan, they all had to do this. There's got to be an easier way to do it.
You're right, actually. I refuse to believe that.
Everyone managed to get to the bottom and had to go into the temple.
Well,
and
when you
confront
shook
these
your head
fucking
no,
things.
I mean, like, we saw some, like, I'm sure some people from the Grove did die, or not Grove, but from the little community did die down here.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that they.
Oh no, they definitely said that not everybody lives through this.
Yeah.
But that's still a large number of people to have done this.
I can't say anything, but if anybody remembers our conversation with people, they said it's been a long time before someone else has been inducted. They didn't say that it's been a long time since anyone tried.
This is true.
So, what's the plan? Like I said, I can make a lot of noise, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna do that so you can get a bottle of darkness to join a club that I don't trust in the first place.
I can't talk. How many people did you see over there?
A crowd.
Oh shit.
I mean, because when we came into this
So I
one,
wasn't too keen on continuing forward, but
I mean, back is still an option. We can check some of the other side passages. Fuck it, maybe there's a storage area.
yeah, I was about to say there was still at least 2 other passages just in that first room that we came into, because we just went immediately right.
So let's backtrack to
And we'll
the last turnstile and take the middle passage.
Okay. That sounds like fun.
Alright, so we're taking it back.
Yeah, because I'm not going anywhere near the fucking
Yeah.
temple.
Yeah,
But that's not happening, dude.
That sounds bad.
So you guys head back into the original corridor with the 3 rooms, correct? Or with the 3 passageways?
yeah,
And you guys are gonna take the one on the right?
the center. I think you said right.
Yeah, the center. We just came out
We
of
just
the one
came out
that was
of the
on the right.
Okay.
So, like, we're not going back to the very first section, but it's the one right before this that had 2 on the right, 1 on the left.
Yeah.
We're going to take what would be the middle one this time, the second one on the right.
Okay. That one just leads back into that corridor. It's essentially just
It's a turnaround?
Yeah.
Well, that makes this whole decision a lot easier. To the left!
Yep.
Okay, so you guys make your way into that left passageway. Go, you guys go straight a little bit, make a left, then there's a right turn, and as you guys enter that right turn, you guys notice that there's another large room ahead. But
What's in this room?
from what you can see, Reno, it's weird the way it's made, because it looks like they built this room. There are stones that are kind of lodged into the wall to make it a little bit more stable. There are actually pillars in here, and if you peek through, because there's nobody in there, and you look down, it seems to stretch a little bit further down than the last room. But there are various items inside glass cases that seem to be airlocked without any kind of water seeping through.
So this room looks like they spent a good amount of time on it. It looks very decorated. It goes deep too. Goes deeper at the very least.
You also see some drawings on the wall
Of
what looks like a large creature being worshipped by these people. This large creature has various tentacles that lead from the back of its body and a large mouth out in the front. And around it is a black outline. And it seems to be, that's the main scene. but there are various scenes depicting this creature. Where there's one where some of the creatures that are worshiping it will go up to it, put its hands on it, and then you can see another image where that same creature is darkly outlined even further.
Can I do like a religion check?
Yeah, sure.
19.
It
19?
sounds dangerous.
Do I recognize this?
You've heard of tales when you were at some of the port cities about these creatures called aboleths, that they go into underwater societies filled with various sentient creatures, and they would end up taking control of their entire population by having them worship.
Do I know if they're typically hostile in their?
Very much so.
You said they were referred to as aboleths.
Aboleths.
Aboleths. Okay, so there's some paintings of what I believe represents an aboleth. The ones that they're painting in particular got like a hella tentacles coming out its back and its face. It's pretty disturbing. But they typically go to underwater societies, and you know, so it looks kind of like, seems like a bit of a dictatorship, or like no, worse than that. You know, they just take over the society. They're very hostile usually.
So that would be a pretty good explanation on why people haven't come back lately.
Yeah.
I mean, if they started getting increasingly hostile because of this creature.
Now, see, what scares me is like, it might still be around.
That is.
Well, what kind of things are behind the cases in the walls? What kind of things are on the floor? Like, any darkness?
Is there a bottle of darkness somewhere?
No, these cases look airlocked with. Did you say what was like anything?
There are various figurines, weapons, and books, as well as old parchment that seem to be preserved inside these airlock cases.
Seems like a lot of the stuff you typically see at like a museum or a display. But they have these locked up as if like this is an important room. This is definitely an important room.
Yeah,
It
so
feels like,
I'd say we probably shouldn't fuck with too much in here.
yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Like I said, it does go deeper though.
Yeah.
I'll bump Reno. See if he wants to grab on so we can go down there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Now, before we go down there, I will use another key point for my visage of the astral self.
And did you say that this room was like one way in, one way out as far as you could see? It was just a solitary room, or were there other?
Yeah, I don't remember you saying any like type of.
Well, from the surface area, or from what you can see from where you were at,
Yeah.
no, there didn't seem to be any openings.
Can I see the entirety of this room, or is this
Uh,
before using my?
before using it, no, you couldn't see. You could barely see the bottom. But as soon as you use your astral visage, there seems to be a bottom, and it looks weirdly decorated with just this large piece of wood sitting in the middle, with various other pieces of wood thrown around, like they were hastily trying to cover something.
You see that?
And while they're down there, I'm going to keep my back kind of to the opening they went in. Keep my hands out from the entrance just in case something does kind of swim up that tunnel.
Okay. So you guys finally make it to the bottom, and as you guys were traveling, you guys saw more depictions of the aboleth. The creatures worshiping it would go up to it, touch it, and their outlines would get darker. You would see things dripping off the aboleth that you see creatures trying to capture in their hands. It's various depictions, and it looks like a ritual rite in order to become one with this creature.
Alright, so I'll like point upwards. Like, let's get back to.
I'll take him back up.
Alright.
So you guys make your way up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that to them. Yeah, you know, it's just more depictions of the aboleth down there, and it looked like every time they touched him, they would get darker, and they were also trying to catch something from him. You know, that might be some of that darkness you're looking for. You
So
know
the
what I'm
bottle
saying?
of darkness is aboleth corruption.
Yeah.
Like it's poison.
Well,
The wood.
Why does Baba Yaga want that?
I have no idea.
If this is, this is assuming that our theory is correct.
No, I mean, You said when you put the first ingredient in the bowl, you got the marking, right?
Well,
So,
I got that, and like the pond that I threw it in flashed with a very bright light.
So I mean, if all the steps track, I don't think she's trying to use it. Otherwise, why the hell would she only want a little bit of it?
It's fair.
So we either have to find this thing and kill it and steal some of that stuff off it, or figure out where the hell they're storing it.
See, that's what I'm scared of. I'd rather find the storage area. I don't want to accidentally run into this. Number one, we're in a territory that none of us are very good at. Number two, these things are known for just taking over, a
Entire
whole
underwater
community. Yeah,
societies.
So I'm gonna be honest. We've done some impressive shit, if I say so myself.
I
But
think this is a little out of our
out of our comfort range at the very least. So I'd say let's find that storage. This room kind of spooks me.
Well, let's get the hell out of here and not disturb nothing on the way out.
That sounds
Did
like
I
a
see
good
any
plan.
other besides on the way down, once I used my visage again and looked around, were there anything else in the room, like any other pathways or no?
Give me a perception check or investigation, whichever one you prefer.
8.
8. You didn't see much down there. Okay, so you guys are heading back.
Yeah, I take them back to the entrance.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to the entrance, and then in front of you again there are the 3 other passageways, and then that bed of seaweed at the bottom.
Oh, I forgot to mention about that third room too. At the very bottom, it looked like they were trying to cover something up, and that's what really scared me about it.
I mean,
That
did
sounds
you
bad.
try and
Yeah,
see what was underneath?
I forgot to mention that.
We should probably find out what's underneath. If the aboleth was trying to cover it up,
See, that's what I was scared of. I didn't want to try to, lift it, and all of a sudden see something looking back at me.
just from what you were saying, is the little mural or the mural showed the aboleth dripping that stuff on him and then becoming darker.
Mm.
It's entirely possible that the creatures down here are corrupted,
Mm.
and the aboleth is trying to cover up whatever it is they had first.
Yeah.
Ember, how long does your beast shape last?
Your wild shape.
Lasts, I guess it's a half mile. Let's see. Yeah, how long have we been under her?
Close to an hour.
Yeah, I feel like. Let's see.
I mean, it could be important.
No, it absolutely is. I meant to mention that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say.
That's why I said this room scared me. When I came back up, I just didn't, I wasn't about to lift it when it was just 2 of us.
3 hours.
3 hours? Okay.
So how far did I get them out of that tunnel?
You guys are back into the at the entrance.
Do we go back there and try to see what's under that?
Yes, my mistake.
I mean, it's all good. This new territory for all of us.
I don't know. I would have had definitely your reaction.
Well, I
to
can
that.
swim them back to the entrance, and I'm just gonna leave them there and go down there and swim fast by the thing and see if it'll move the
Okay.
wooden board.
So, are you guys cool with her just like dropping you guys off and taking off?
I want
At
us
the
to be.
entrance to-
Yeah, I was gonna say
at
at
the
least the
entrance to
entrance
that
to the
room.
room.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's what I said. I'm taking them back,
not
and I'm
about
gonna drop them
to,
off the
yeah.
entrance, and I'm gonna go down.
She's gonna go down.
Okay.
and
So
see
in
if she
case
can.
shit pops off, I'm not
See
by
if she can
myself.
swim by the wood and not go
And
down.
Yeah.
I'll take up like the same
Not
kind of
with
position
myself.
that I had last time. Is where we came in. I'll be facing that with my hands out, ready to cast.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Amber, you swim down there and quickly move your large shark body over that piece of wood and kind of knock it around.
Big shark butter.
And underneath, you reveal that there is a little grated opening, just maybe about 5 to 10 feet wide. But it looks like it's just an entrance to a different area.
Okay. Go back up. I'm not gonna like grab Reno, but
Shark attack!
like, enough so that like maybe I can catch him with a fin so he can at least see that I'm intending to move him along.
All I was saying in my head was, she's going savage! Alright, so Reno, she comes picks you up, takes you back down there, and you see the opening there. You gonna go in?
No, I'm gonna show him,
What
and
do
I'm
I
gonna
see
bring
in
him
there?
back.
Okay. When you look down, it just looks like a very slender,
Tunnel.
slender tunnel that leads down and curves.
I mean, of course it does.
And I'm bringing him back up so he can relay it.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll relay that information. She opened up the little wooden covering, and it's just, you know, a cavern that cuts off, of course, you know. It's like over to the right or something. I can't see past that. Now, that being said, I feel a little bit better about this room because it's a nice slender thing. When I think of an aboleth, based on his depictions, it seems very big.
Well,
At the very least,
see.
I hope it can't fit in this room.
Nope, never mind. I'm just gonna keep that to myself.
Were you thinking
Metagaming.
tentacles?
Were you
No.
thinking octopus can squeeze? Oh, you suck.
See, you know, I thought about that too, but I was like, you know what, no.
No, I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
Okay,
They have no bones.
But see, I
And
didn't say it was an
can I fit in
octopus. I said he.
that's all?
Hmm?
I fit?
Yeah, it's 10 feet wide. You're still a medium-sized creature.
I do have a use at the last minute trump card that
I'll
I
go
wouldn't
in.
use, but
I'll go back down. I'm gonna go in. Just to see if I can see anything.
because I don't know if
You
he
go
remembers me giving.
Are you
it or
making that
not.
turn?
Yep.
Okay. Go on, you make a turn.
I'm going slow.
And it is a long tunnel. And the further down you get, you begin to see small, it looks like grates that peer into other rooms, but all these other rooms are empty, and you see various things such as like a prisoner area where people are just held against their will, but they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
can't
like,
breathe underwater.
yeah.
You're under arrest.
You see
That was a sentence.
very
20 minutes?
other rooms that seem to be like a feasting hall
I mean, that.
or a communal center.
Mhm.
And then the further down you get, you begin to hear what sounds like chanting.
The temple was up though, right? And this is below?
The temple was down that other door,
Yeah,
but you don't know if it was up, down, left, or right.
gotcha.
Don't be too long, anyone. There seems to be a shark in the
Does it
village.
sound like the chanting is like next to me?
It sounds like you're above the chanting. As you swim by, there's a grate below you.
Mhm.
And as you peer down, you can see various heads. It looks like they're all standing in front of this large altar. And behind the altar is swimming in a circle and spiraling upwards and downwards is what you saw in the depictions as the obelisk. Much larger than the creatures that were there.
She okay?
Yeah, it's something. But there are a lot of people, a lot of creatures. And
I see bottles.
you do see a circular orb that stands on top of a pedestal that seems to be a mercurial liquid with purple and black and silver that seem to spin around. And you see the obelisk go over there, put its tentacle on, and this black mucus kind of slides off of its body and into that little orb.
Okay, so essentially I'm in like a vent.
Essentially.
Essentially.
It looks like it was shoddily made. Like somebody did this in order to, get around a little bit faster.
And it's just you in the van.
Okay, so I will turn around and go back.
Okay, I was thinking about the size of the vents because sharks
medium,
can't back up.
Yeah.
So, but
And if you did, they would hear the.
but that area is big enough for you to.
Yeah,
turn
because you
on.
said there was still more to go.
Yeah.
I'll just try to turn around.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to turn yourself around and swim back up.
Okay. And I can't tell him shit because I can't talk.
You can always cut your form off early.
Yeah, I think I'll have to.
Or just start nudging
I
your
mean, you
way
could
up.
always just like, I don't know, point at the, I don't know, give a gesture to the pictures and be like, yo, it's real. Like,
Bump your head on which one you saw.
Start doing shark language.
Is there a temple on the drawings?
Yeah, there are.
Okay. We'll bring Reno again. Sorry.
Reno, she was just dragging you around everywhere.
He's the only one that can see.
You're basically.
yeah, I was like, was she able to see the
You're
pictures
basically
too?
like a purse dog.
I have 30 feet of vision.
Okay.
So I take him down, and I kind of circle around the tunnel, and then I go to the depictions, and I point to the temple, and then I point to the aboleth.
You better be lying to me right now. Say psych right now.
Shake my head no.
Alright.
And then I take him back up.
Yeah, he's down there. He's down there somewhere. I don't know, I guess it's past that right turn that I can't see past.
Wait.
I'm sure the temple's down there too.
I pointed to
She was able to observe them safely for a little bit, evidently. But, yeah.
Yep. Alright. So, and while I was down there and I was looking at all those rooms, none of them had bottles in it, obviously. I'm assuming all the bottles are going to be in the fucking temple.
You can.
Well, we can still go look around. I still have a few hours more of
I mean, you guys can look around more.
Wild Shape.
That's up to you.
So hey, because I just remembered I could do this. Because being a totem warrior barbarian, I can cast speak with animals as a ritual.
Hey!
Alright. Take 10 minutes to cast that ritual.
Yeah. So I can talk to Ember now.
I can see right now as Amber went off and he goes, oh shit, guys. I can talk to animals.
Just like, oh, I remember
Wait a
something.
So I just see this man laying out this fucking ritual, and
I'm terribly sorry.
I'm just gonna go belly up and just float there for a little while.
You will literally go to sleep if you do that.
And then turn back around and look at him.
Does this man sit here trying to light candles in the water too?
No, he's so he begins chanting in an arcane language as he's looking over at Ember, who he's trying to communicate with. He begins chanting in this arcane language, and after about 10 minutes of chanting, William, you're able to hear what Ember is trying to say. So, as a shark, what were you trying to say?
I was trying to say, I went down the tunnel. There was a bunch of rooms, like grates. I was in like a vent. And then I made it down toward the end. And I could see into the temple. And they're all praying to the... What was it called?
Aboleth?
That.
So, so the image I had in my head when William was casting this is like Ember's over there frantically trying to tell Reno. And then as soon as William's able to understand it in his mind, he hears, "It's fucking down there!"
It's gross. It's mucus coming off of it.
Slow down.
What did she say?
So apparently the thing that is pictured on the walls is down there in the temple area. But apparently that's also where the bottle is, and it just puts some more goo in it.
Mucus.
Mucus
So,
is what she
is
used.
adding darkness to the soul. Couldn't we steal the whole damn thing?
There's a bunch of people in there.
She's saying that there's a lot of people in there. But apparently this tunnel is like a vent, which I don't know why you'd need a vent underwater.
So I haven't. I have something like an idea if y'all want to hear me out.
Absolutely.
By all means.
I feel like this is the most agreeable we've ever been, and for good reason.
If the three of you can get back closer to the surface, she can take me into the vent. I still have a spell scroll I've been saving. We can snatch that damn thing right out from under it, get it back to the vent, and then haul ass back to the surface. Can aboleths come out of the water?
Do I know that? I rolled decently on the history, but I don't know. Or the religion, actually. That was a religion check, yeah.
You don't know.
Would I?
That doesn't tell you the biology of. You didn't even know what the creature was.
I mean, I could have heard, like, are they, like, someone, like, hey, they're able to come out of the water. Like, it's not like I know his biology like that.
Yeah, that's
It's
from
like,
from what you've heard at these port cities, they've never seen one outside of the water.
Okay, I was about to say, because it's like, I don't know everything about, like, a tilapia, but I know damn well it can't get out of the water, like, just from common knowledge, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like,
it can, it's not very long.
yeah.
Can the Americans come out of water?
No, they're fishtail merfolk people. The Sahagins can.
I was gonna say I would assume none of them could,
See,
but if they could,
Oh, there are a lot of from what he's saying, there are some of them that can come out of the water.
Now, at the very least, though, if that is the case, we'll be in a more comfortable environment for ourselves. So,
This is true.
But
like, worst case scenario, at the very, it's still better than what I think our odds would be down here.
I agree. What exactly does this spell scroll that you've been saving do?
It's called Big B's Hand.
Ooh.
It makes a really big phantasmal translucent hand that I can grab or push or punch things with.
And it follows you right.
I mean,
It only lasts for about a minute.
I mean, that sounds helpful.
But if we can get into events, I can attack the thing with Ghost Hand and then we can sneaky grab it and run away.
So just sucker punch the giant.
Oh no,
underwater god.
don't get me wrong. She's faster than I am. I'm not volunteering to go in the room.
Oh no, I fully
I'm
understand.
going
I'm
to
just
stay
saying you were
in the event and sneaky hand punch, and then
then
blast them
sure.
out if they try coming into the
And
vent.
those are great, right?
So, just to clarify, this looks like a rushed-made tunnel from what you can assume, somebody who was trying to hide or get away from whatever creatures were in here.
So
It's not something that was made for this purpose.
So is it flimsy, like hastily made, not very sturdy?
They're not grates. They're kind of like pieces of dirt that was kind of cut through.
Well, I'm saying the tunnel in general, hastily made, not very sturdy.
It's just dirt and
you pretty much tunneled through.
yeah.
So something like a loud, cacophonous sound wave with a lot of force would probably collapse it.
It'll probably collapse some parts of it. More where the grates are, because they've actually dug through those to peer through, but probably not enough to
Collapse it.
collapse it entirely.
Unless I did it more than once.
Then you might be pushing the line there.
I mean, so far it's the best plan that we have.
Yep, it's the only plan we have.
You're comfortable going into the room after I sneaky punch?
You want me to go in there?
Well, I'm not
Yes,
going in
you-
to grab the fucking thing.
I thought you were big B handing it. What happened?
No.
The big behind
Okay.
won't fit through the grate. It's a big ass hand. It's to grab the aboleth and kind of smack it around a little bit as a distraction.
So what
I'm not going in the goddamn room.
what's going to happen is magic,
Mm-hmm.
slappy slap. You swim in, grab bottle, swim out, while he's slapping big giant underwater god. It's not the best plan, but it is the plan that
You're
we
the
have.
only one that can move fast underwater.
See, I thought it was gonna be a hand that grabbed it, and then I was just gonna like be the escape
No,
out.
oddly enough, I actually don't know how to do mage hand. It's not something I ever felt.
Now
like-
this plan doesn't sound so good. It sounds like I'm gonna
That's
die.
hilarious.
I never bothered to learn mage hand. I was like, when the fuck would that be helpful?
That's
No,
hilarious.
I'm not comfortable with this plan anymore. I don't want to die.
I mean, it's what I got. I'm also perfectly okay with not going in there at all and just going back to the surface. Like, that's also a good option for me. I'm not really putting myself at risk going in the tunnel with you because I'm not leaving the tunnel. And most of the big, mean, dangerous shit can't fit in there anyway. So, I'm perfectly comfortable staying in the vent and just blasting things.
While I'm sitting here, for me it's not, I kind of agree with you. I'm not sure what to trust right now, but I know he needs his necklace back.
Mhm.
But that being said, I don't see anything wrong with regrouping.
Like, there's no point just rushing in because we have time.
Yeah, I know you said you want to speedrun it, but
Oh no,
They
I
did
fully
say,
understand. Yes,
yeah.
it's,
Like,
I would rather us not die doing this.
Yeah.
if you can give me... No, I'm playing. It's nothing in particular. It's just like a nice little...
yeah, if
resistant
we could go
play.
do something to maybe get a little more experience in the swamp, you know, so we feel a little stronger going down here. I may be able to work something else out.
I don't really have anything in particular. It's just like something that.
Yeah, I don't have the strongest confidence that
I'm not gonna
that
lie.
Aboleth is
I
gonna-
don't have a lot of stuff useful underwater.
Yeah.
The best thing I got right now is Thunder Wave.
Okay, well, we're also wasting a lot of time.
Yeah.
So let's get
Yeah.
Back to the surface.
I say,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
let's
the
get the hell out of
surface.
here.
The good news is at least we weren't seen, so we still have like the element of surprise.
Should we
Yeah.
try
Wait.
to?
Wait, no. One of them, when the one that went into the entrance that you saw, wasn't it because they saw you and they like backed up?
Did I see that they saw us? Or were they just going into the tunnel?
You don't know. You just saw them move.
But I mean, I feel like if they knew we were down here, they would be down here too.
Well, we
Ambush
can-
us already.
We can take advantage of them being in the temple.
Maybe
We can go check the other tunnels real quick and then get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you go ahead and drop me
yeah.
off at the surface if you're gonna do that.
I'm gonna go.
I'm
back
not
to the
gonna
surface
wait
that
for
one.
their church service to get out for them to just be everywhere again. You at least blend in.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them back.
Not so much.
Okay.
I don't think they're going
Take
to
them back
believe
to the
he's a.
surface, or
I don't think they're going to believe he's
I
a
say yes
catfish.
to the surface. We can regroup and try to maybe come up with a better plan.
I'm about to say. Remember, you guys don't have a time limit on these trials.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Well,
That's
Better
what I
plan.
said.
We can possibly take back the jug of stuff and see if that is the thing that we needed.
yeah, I think discretion is the better part of valor on this one.
Yeah. This one sounds a little like we're in over our heads.
Yeah,
Oh,
sometimes
no, we
taking
are in
the
over our
time.
heads, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's in most things that we've been doing recently.
Yeah, but most things we can move at full movement speed.
This is
and-
true, yes.
And
Yeah.
like we weren't at such
We can
a
all
Everyone
huge
can see.
disadvantage.
We can speak to each other.
This
Like,
sounded
Like
like death.
I exhausted quite a few spell slots for something that wasn't necessary with tongues.
yeah, I've used like half my key points just on being able to see better.
Yeah, so I mean, we've done crazy shit before, but never at such a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe. To the surface. We shall regroup.
Okay. So you guys head all the way up to the surface. Pop your head out. You guys find your land legs. Ember, I'm assuming you
Change back.
Okay.
Grow back your land legs.
And you guys are now out of that pond, that lake.
You know, damn bones.
Gonna take a hit of my flask there.
Okay. You see her hogging all the alcohol and taking a nice swig.
I assume we start heading back.
Yeah, I'm going to say let's head back probably to the village. I don't necessarily want to. There's a lot of freaky shit out here. I don't necessarily want to
So
stay
we're down
out
there for
here.
what, an hour or two?
Yep. Just about.
So it'd be like, I'm sitting here thinking it's like 2 a.m. or some shit.
Just about,
Well,
because you
that'd
guys
be-
left at
Be
night,
about right.
like in the middle of the night.
Mm.
All right. So you guys are heading back to Baba Yaga's village.
Yeah.
All right. And that is what we're going to end tonight's session. We're running on over towards our 3-hour mark. So everybody, thank you for joining us on episode 23 of Off the Books. Thank you for joining us on episode 23 of Off the Books. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. We appreciate you guys being patient with like some of the technical difficulties with the green screens and such, and also with the audio, because I've been trying to mess with that as we were playing. Not much, just a little bit. But you guys can catch this episode on Wednesday next week if you guys would like to. Tell your friends. Check out our YouTube page. You guys can find our entire playlist of the campaign so far, including the interview episode. So we'll see you guys next week at episode 24. Say bye to the people.
Bye, people.